Roof is closed. We are all buttoned up here at Chase Field in the air conditioning. The 0-1 pitch, half swing, and they'll appeal to third. He checked in time, says Chris Guccione over at third base. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Turang. Hitting .269, 12 home runs, and 51 driven in on the year for Bryce. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 7-game hitting streak for Turang. 13 for 33. Has 3 hits in both games of this series so far. Pitch is taken low with a changeup. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rodriguez brings home the 2-2 pitch. Missed outside. Count is full at 3-2. First pitch of Brewers baseball brought to you by Carbless Premium Cocktails in a can. Stop at your local retailer and stock up for the game for your next tailgate. Carbless, less is more. Rodriguez out of the windup. The 3-2 pitch to Turang is ground ball right side. That's going to sneak through and into right field, a base hit. So Turang stays hot, and the Brewers get their leadoff man aboard here in the first inning. And that'll get Jackson Chourio to the plate. Our quick trip around the bases is presented by Mamba Candy. And today's contestant in the quick trip around the bases is Cody Karcher of Wausau. If the Brewers score in the first inning, Cody will win a $100 quick trip gift card, compliments of Mamba Candy and Quick Trip. Stop in and pick up Mamba Magic Sticks or Mamba Berry Tasty at Quick Trip. So here's Chourio, who homered in the 9th inning of last night's game. 2 for 6 in the series. Turang gets his lead from first, and Rodriguez brings home the pitch, and Chourio hits one off the end of the bat up the first baseline. It'll roll foul. And it's no balls and 1 strike on Jackson. Chourio hitting .293 on the year, 13 home runs and 35 driven in. No doubter last night out to left center field. Brought the Brewers within a run in the 9th inning. They could get no closer. The 0-1 to Chourio took low with a changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike to count on Jackson. Rodriguez, an all-star. He's having a phenomenal season this year. Really big bounce back year for this veteran left-hander. Here's the 1-1. And Chourio hits one in the air, but fouling out of play down the right field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rodriguez 7-2 with a 2.21 ERA. Has allowed just 9 home runs over 102 innings that he's worked. Really impressive stuff from Rodriguez so far this year. 1-2, swing and a miss. Elevated a fastball at 92, and Chourio came up empty. So strikeout for Rodriguez. There's 1 away now for Christian Yelich. Nestor Ceja calls her balls and strikes behind home plate today. Charlie Ramos at first base. David Rackley, the second base umpire. And we already told you that Chris Guccione, he's the crew chief, and he's over at third base. First pitch to Yelich is over but low with a fastball at 91. And it's 1-0. Yelich homered last night, a 2-run blast just beyond the pool in right center. His 6th home run of the season. Rodriguez 1-0 pitch. That missed. Not by a ton, but it missed down and away with a curveball. Good take by Yelich. Gabriel Moreno thought for a second about challenging it, but he wouldn't have won it if he had. 2 balls and no strikes on Yelich. Here's the pitch, and Christian rolls one foul up the first base line. It's 2-1. Got a sinking fastball. It got in on him a little bit. And Yelich rolled it up the first baseline foul. It's 2-1 on Christian. Brewers trying to take advantage of the leadoff single from Bryce Turang here in the top of the first. Here's the 2-1. And a broken bat, little pop up to short. Perdomo's there to make the catch. There's 2 away. That'll get Andrew Vaughn to the plate. He's hitting cleanup today. Clean up any home damage with Loyal Family. Located in Muskego, serving southeastern Wisconsin and across the state. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations for a free inspection today. So here is Vaughn hitting .328 on the year, 2 home runs, 24 driven in. 0 for 4 in this series. He's been great against lefties over the course of the year. A .407 average against left-handed pitching this year for Vaughn. First offering to him is high. With a fastball at 91, it's 1-0. Has slowed down against lefties just a little bit over the last couple of weeks. Going back to mid-June. 1-0 pitch is hit in the air right field. Long run for Carroll. He's going to end up making the catch in fair territory by a step. And the inning is over. Brewers got a leadoff single from Turang. They would strand him. And the Brewers unable to push anything across after half an inning. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Brewers nothing and the Diamondbacks coming up on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Stay informed with what's happening in the Badger State and beyond with Greg Matzik and Jessica Ty on Wisconsin's Midday News.
Why did he do this, allegedly? Well, he was trying to cash in to clear his gambling debts, but the Department of Justice is onto it.
Sounds like if he is convicted and he did indeed do this, he just got in way over his head.
Join us each weekday from noon until 3 p.m. or catch up anytime on our YouTube page or the Wisconsin's Midday News podcast.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
The first inning is brought to you by Lakeland University, proudly serving students across Wisconsin for over 160 years. Lakeland University, experience it your way.
We go to the bottom of the first inning here at Chase Field in Arizona. No score, Brewers and Diamondbacks. Ketel Marte to lead things off for Arizona against Brandon Sproat, who works out of the windup here and brings home the first pitch. And he just missed a touch outside with a fastball at 96 miles an hour. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Marte hitting .267, 17 home runs. He's driven in 54. The pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. And it's 1-1. Fastball at 97 that time from Brandon. Marte, a switch hitter up there left-handed against Sproat. The emergence of Sproat is a big deal for the Brewers. Last 2 starts have been really good. 3 out of the last 4 have been really good. Here's a bouncing ball foul up the first base line. It's 1-2. And if he can solidify one of these 5 spots for the Brewers because of the high ceiling, because of what he could be, it could really elevate the Brewers that much more from a starting pitching standpoint. 1-2, missed down and away with a changeup. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Churio's in left today for the Brewers. Mitchell in center. Bowers in right. Hamilton at the hot corner. Ortiz and Turang up the middle. Vaughn at first. Sanchez does the catching. Pitches down and in. It goes all the way back to the backstop. They tugged on that fastball at 98. And the count is full. It's 3-2 on Marte. Sproat looking in. Works out of the windup here in the 3-2 pitch. Bounced that one foul at the plate. It'll stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pat Murphy was asked today before the game, what is an indicator for you with Brandon Sproat? You know, what are the things that when you see it makes you feel good about what's going to happen? Bouncing ball on the right side of the infield. Played on the forehand by Terang. Flips it to first. And Marte is retired. There's one away for Geraldo Perdomo. And he said strike one. When Brandon Sproat is getting ahead, good things are typically going to follow. Because the stuff is that good. It gives you the ability to get into all of that arsenal. And so strike one, a big deal for Brandon Sproat. He did not throw strike one to Ketel Marte in that at bat, but ended up getting the ground out anyway. One away for Perdomo. 236 average, 5 home runs, 31 driven in. Pitch from Sproat. This one's fouled back and out of play. And it's 0-1. Perdomo 0 for 9 in this series. Brewers have pitched him well. 0-1. Checked on a pitch that missed a little bit tall with a fastball at 97. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Those neon green cleats and other accessories for Perdomo. 1-1. That missed outside. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. That was the cutter that time that Sproat offered up. Didn't miss by much. That was a pretty close pitch, actually. Here's the 2-1 to Perdomo. And he missed outside with a cutter again. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Brewers baseball being brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer with great taste and only 96 calories. It's Miller time. So he's gone to a 3-ball count with both hitters to open up this game. Sproat's 3-1 to Perdomo. Is a swing and a miss. His helmet came flying off in the process. And it's 3-2. Blew a fastball by him at 99. And the Diamondbacks really need to check the helmet sizes on their players. We've seen more Diamondbacks helmets fly off on swings in this 3-game series than I think I've seen any team have in any 3-game series. I think they all got haircuts before this series. 3-2 pitch is a liner into left center field. That's going to plug the gap and roll all the way to the wall before Churio and Mitchell can converge, and Mitchell gets to it first. Stopping at second with a 1-out double is Perdomo. It's his first hit of this series. That's a good swing for Perdomo. A fastball, bottom of the zone, middle of the plate. And he got inside that ball and lined it into left center field. And now here's Corbin Carroll. Always a dangerous hitter. 266 average, 13 home runs. He's driven in 44. Sproat working out of the stretch now for the first time. First offering to Carroll is inside. It's 1-0. Diamondbacks wearing their home white uniforms. Brewers with the navy tops, gray pants, and the yellow panel on the caps. 1 ball and no strikes on Carroll. Sproat brings home the pitch, and he just missed inside. Fastball at 99 from Sproat. No, that was a curveball. Excuse me. I looked at I got too monitor dependent. It was behind, and I thought when I said it, I was like, that looked like a breaking ball. I'm like Ron Burgundy. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a fastball. 99 miles an hour. Just predicting the future. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Tell you what, his velocity these last few games has been impressive, especially early like this.
2 balls and 2 strikes as Sproat looks in. Kicks and delivers. And line down the right field line. This is a fair ball. Bounces a couple of times before Bowers can get to it. Perdomo jogging around third. He will score. It's an RBI double for Corbin Carroll. That was a cutter. It was in off the plate, and Carroll got his hands through it. It wasn't hit overly hard, but he elevated it above the infield and dumped it in there into no man's land down the right field line. And the Diamondbacks take a 1-0 lead, and here's Gabriel Moreno. 18th double of the season for Corbin Carroll. An all-star again. A run on a couple of hits here for Arizona. Still just one out in the inning. First pitch misses in with a fastball at 98 on Moreno. And it's 1-0. Before the first pitch or after the final out, give your ride an all-star clean at Tsunami Express. Tsunami Express Car Wash, the official car wash of the Milwaukee Brewers. 1-0, missed inside. That was a sinker that time. 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, Pat Murphy said strike one is so important. I think he's been behind all 4 batters now. So that would tell you why the Diamondbacks are having success.
2-0 pitch. Check swing on a strike anyway on a sinker at 99. It's 2-1. Perdomo fouled off the first pitch that he saw, but then got into a 3-ball count. First pitch to Carroll was not a strike. 2-1, missed outside. It goes to 3-1 on Moreno. This is the recipe that has gotten Sproat in trouble at times this year, where you fall behind, start to get some traffic because you issue some free passes. Right now it's just back-to-back doubles, but again, you're in a tough count here. The 3-1, that's a strike on the inside edge, and the count is full, 3-2. It is 1-0 Arizona. Sproat trying to limit the damage to just the 1 run. He has already thrown 22 pitches in this inning. And now time is called by Moreno as he steps out. This has been a challenging inning so far for Sproat. Remember, he retired Ketel Marte, but now back-to-back doubles and another 3-ball count to a Diamondbacks hitter. 3-2 pitch, and he missed outside and walked him. So 3 consecutive have reached. Chris Hook is on his way out for a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mounds and talk with Sproat. Try to get this thing reined back in a little bit. It'll be first and second and 1 away. That's the bad news. The good news is you can get a ground ball from Lourdes Gurriel Jr. and turn 2 and get out of this inning still if you're Brandon Sproat. Trips to the mound brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. With wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, over 95 kiosks. It's a fan's dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Become a legend. It's not as simple as we probably make it sound sometimes, but it feels somewhat simple right now with Sproat. Falling behind consistently, and that's just a tough way to live against any major league lineup, Josh.
Yeah, those deep counts were problematic early in the game that he pitched against Cincinnati on Tuesday, but remember, he then kind of dialed it in. That first inning, he gave up a run like he has here today against the Reds. But as the game went on, he just found the command got better and better, and you're hoping that he can replicate that here this afternoon. Look, they need length out of him today. The starting pitchers have not gone deep in this series.
And you have a doubleheader looming on Tuesday. So outs are at a premium from this pitching staff right now. Runners dancing away from the bags, and the first pitch to Gurriel is in there for a strike on a sweeper, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. He has thrown 24 pitches, 12 strikes, 12 out of the zone. Command's been a bit of an issue early. That missed inside. Sinker at 99. The velo is not the problem. It's the command. And you can have all the velo in the world. As you will hear coaches say often, I don't care how hard you throw ball 4. Gurriel, 219 average, 2 home runs, 19 driven in on the year. The 1-1 is popped up, foul, first base side. Vaughn gives it a look. It'll find the seats. Out of play. And he gets ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's a good sign for Brandon Sproat. Again, you can get out of this and give up just the 1 run, and the disaster is averted, if you will. And that is a part of pitching. Here's the 1-2 to Gurriel. And a tapper out in front of home plate. It'll be Sanchez picking it up, throwing to first in time. That's the second out. Carroll goes to third. Moreno goes to second. So now 2 runners in scoring position, but 2 outs. And Ildemaro Vargas will be the batter for Arizona. That one hit right in front of home plate. Sanchez able to make the play for the Brewers. It's going to be a lengthy first inning for Sproat, though. He's at 27 pitches. He's got the switch hitter Vargas up there now. Those are 2 important runners to strand for Sproat. Here's a ground ball to second base. Couple of hops out to Terang. Flips it over to first in time. And the damage is limited by Sproat. A good job of calming things down after that mound visit from Chris Hook. A run on a couple of hits and 2 men left. We go to the second inning. 1-0 Diamondbacks on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This 4th of July, crack open something made for the red, white, and blissful. The new Americana Backyard Bliss Variety 8-pack is here just in time for America's 250th birthday, featuring 4 nostalgic flavors: strawberry, cherry, grape, and apple. It's the taste of backyard barbecues, fireworks at dusk, and long summer weekends packed into every can. This Independence Day, bring the nostalgia and bring the bliss with the new Americana Backyard Bliss Variety Pack from Carbliss. Available now at your local retailer or online at drinkcarbliss.com.
Your premier Michigan golf getaway includes rounds at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Book Monday through Wednesday for best availability. Savor elevated dining and unwind at the full-service Drift Spa between rounds. Grab quick bites in the expanded Sage Run Clubhouse or refresh overlooking the 9th and 18th at Sweetgrass. It's all part of an unforgettable golf experience at Island Resort and Casino. Plan your getaway at islandresortgolf.com.
Brewers baseball is better from the best seat in the house, yours. Find it at Steinhafels, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Shop in store and online at steinhafels.com.
It's 1-0 Arizona as we go to the top of the second inning here at Chase Field in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. And Jake Bauers to lead things off against Eduardo Rodriguez, who threw 16 pitches in that scoreless first inning. Pitch to Bauers, missed inside, and it's 1-0. Brewers got their leadoff man aboard in the first, but were unable to get anything across. Terang already has extended his hitting streak to 8 games with that base hit back in the first inning. Bauers, a liner to right. This is right in the tracks, though, of Corbin Carroll. Back just 2 steps and makes the catch. Ball was smoked. But an atom ball, we've seen a lot of those over the course of this series, it feels like. 111 off the bat of Jake Bauers. And here's Garrett Mitchell. Perhaps nobody's been on it quite like Garrett Mitchell has been on it this week. Averages up to 269, 8 home runs, 42 driven in. First offering to Garrett is a liner into left center field. This is going to be tracked and caught by Tommy Troy. Another ball smoked. 107 off the bat of Garrett Mitchell. You got to be kidding me. What a frustrating series this has been so far in terms of how many runs it feels like the Brewers should have scored with the quality of swings they've had. So 2 down on 2 missiles. And now here's Gary Sanchez. How about a couple of lefties smoking the baseball against Rodriguez? The lefties have had the better at bats so far than have the right-handed hitters. Gary Sanchez, the batter now. Right-handed hitter with some thump. Always a swing away from tying the game up when it's a 1-0 game and Gary's at the plate. Rodriguez first offering is in there for a strike on a fastball at 91, and it's 0-1. Gary hitting .215, 8 home runs, and he's driven in 22. 1. And Sanchez took low with a changeup. It's 1 strike. Defensively for the Diamondbacks, Gurriel in left, Troy in center, Carroll's in right. Tawa, the third baseman, Perdomo at short, Vargas at second base today, swing and a miss at a changeup, and it's 1-2. Haven Smith gets the start at first base. Haven't seen him all series. And Moreno's behind the plate. 1-2 pitch to Sanchez, and he got a piece of it and rolled it foul. Back behind home plate, stays alive at 1-2. 1-0 Diamondbacks. Just getting this one underway. Winner gets the series. Brewers came into last night's game with the best road record in baseball. They now have the second best behind the Dodgers by percentages after the loss last night, as Sanchez takes a changeup outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. They hope that trend of being one of the best road teams continues on this long trip. 2-2's high and the count is full. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. These 3, then 5 in St. Louis, and then 3 in Pittsburgh. That will be a challenge for anybody. Here's the 3-2. And Sanchez, a high fly ball, left field, coming in. And tracking it is Gurriel. He's there to make the catch. And the inning is over. A sky-high pop-up. You can't really have sky-high fly balls, because if that was the case, it would be a roof-high fly ball at Chase Field, but that was about as close to it as you could possibly have. Brewers go down in order. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Arizona on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Save big money on all of your household essentials when you shop at Menards. Stock up with Diamond Crystal Water Softener Salt. It helps your soap and detergent clean better, minimizes hard water stains, and increases the life of your appliances. Save big money on Solar Naturals Softener Salt at Menards. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
Nothing says summer like baseball. Whether you're headed to the stadium solo or tailgating with friends, Tsunami Express Car Wash keeps your ride looking game day ready. Wash away dust, bugs, and road grime with unlimited daily washes and free vacuums as a Tsunami Express member. So before you cheer on the crew, make sure your vehicle looks as good as your game day spirit. Plans start at just $16 for your first month. Learn more at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash, the official car wash of the Milwaukee Brewers.
The best sounds you can get.
It's back, track, bye, baseball.
All season long. This is the Brewers Radio Network.
It is 1-0 Arizona as we go to the bottom of the second inning. On July the 5th, hopefully everybody has their used fireworks in a 5-gallon bucket with some water at the bottom of it. That's usually something you see in a lot of garages on July the 5th. You have to be safe. Put out all the fires. Be responsible with those fireworks, of course. Here's Tim Tawa, first pitch from Sproat. Swung on, fouled back, and his helmet comes off. It doesn't matter which Diamondback it is. They all of their helmets fly off. If they take any kind of a big swing, the helmet flies off. We have an equipment issue. I'm going to have Jason Schauger be a consultant for them. Down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Do you think it's fashionable in that clubhouse to wear it a size too big?
I don't know. I can't answer these questions. The 1-1. That caught the inside corner with a sweeper. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I think that the barber came yesterday and gave them all haircuts. That's what I think. And now it's just fitting a little loose. Pitch missed inside with a sinking fastball. They appealed to first. He didn't go. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's a very unscientific poll that I've taken here, but I'm the only person participating in the poll. It's the most ever in a 3-game series of helmets flying off for one team. Pitches outside with a sweeper. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes on Tawa, who was just called up today. 172 average, a home run and 8 driven in. 3-2 pitch. That just missed. Sinker up and in at 97. It was up and out of the zone. It's a leadoff walk to Tim Tawa. Second walk issued by Sproat. And here's Pavin Smith. So the command and the strike throwing continues to be a bugaboo for Sproat early on in this start. He's thrown 17 balls, 17 strikes on 34 pitches. First offering is down and in with a fastball at 98. And it's 1-0.
He's also, Lane, been 3-2 on 4 of the first 7 batters.
Yeah, that's not a good recipe, even if you're getting the outs because of pitch count considerations. That last pitch probably was a strike. Sanchez didn't challenge it. The 1-0 is in there with a curveball, and it's 1-1. 1-0 Diamondbacks. Sproat battling. Now, he has shown us at times the ability to really battle through even not having his best stuff and minimize damage. We saw that in Colorado, remember. The 1-1. This one is hit in the air down the left field line. Churio on the move and won't get there. A fan actually drops it with their bare hands down that left field line. Didn't make the catch. In foul territory. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Pavin Smith. Smith at first base today for Arizona. Turn the throw to first and back in time is Tawa. Smith's been a big part of this Diamondbacks organization for the last handful of years. They've moved him around. He'll go out in the outfield occasionally, but primarily at first. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Went after a curveball down and away, and he strikes out Pavin Smith. Ortho ASAP strikeout number 1 here this afternoon for Brandon Sproat. Don't strike out. Get back to the active lifestyle you wanted. Ortho ASAP. See a specialist today at orthowisconsin.com. Here's Tommy Troy, the number 9 hitter. Right-handed hitter and a youngster. He is a guy that can pick him up and put him down. He's very fast. There goes the runner. Pitch is high. The throw is double clutched by Sanchez and to the other side of the bag. So an easy stolen base for Tim Tawa. Pitch was up and out of the zone. Troy didn't go after it.
It was actually a good pitch to throw on.
Very good. Yeah, it was up and brought him right out of his crouch into the pitch and being able to set his feet and throw it, but he didn't make the exchange cleanly, and that cost him. Here's the 1-0. Popped up. Foul and out of play first base side. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Troy. Ketel Marte looms in the on-deck circle. Diamondbacks have a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the second inning. They lead the Brewers 1-0. In this series finale here this afternoon. Sproat's 1-1 pitch, and Troy took a strike on a sinker. And it's 1-2. Take things up a notch with Pine River's Kickin' Dill Pickle Cheese Spread. Bold and tangy twist from Wisconsin's favorite Pine River. You can try some on a Usinger brat. And after that sausage from Usinger's and that Pine River cheese spread, you got to wash it all down, finish it all up with a little ice cream from Cedar Crest. Cold, creamy, and always delicious. 1-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Elevated a fastball at 98. And Troy left the zone and chased it. Another Ortho ASAP strikeout for Brandon Sproat. And hopefully starting to get himself dialed in. The helmet stayed on that time, but only because Troy reached up at the end of the swing and put it back on as it was flying off. Here's Ketel Marte. First pitch to Marte is low with a sweeper. It's 1-0. We're going to have a separate tally for the rest of this game, how many times the Diamondbacks helmet flies off. So when you give the totals, you say, a run on 2 hits, no errors, 3 left, and 5 helmets. 1 ball and no strikes here on Marte, who grounded out back in the first, 0 for 1 today. Pitch missed outside, 2 balls and no strikes. That was the changeup that time from Sproat. Another decent crowd here today at Chase Field. Had a big crowd last night with the 4th of July celebration. 2-0. Bouncer foul, first base side. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. And because this is July the 5th, I have to wish my mother, Charlene Grindle, a very happy birthday.
Hey.
She was one of those firecrackers that didn't go off initially. And you're like, is it a dud? Nope. Boom. I would never call my mother a dud. She went off. Firecracker, July 5th. Kind of. 2-1. Bouncing ball, first base side, but foul. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We can still call Charlene a Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Yeah. A delayed boom.
No, that's ABS. I think that's reserved.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Ketel Marte. Sproat brings home the pitch, and he fouled it back our way, but to the left of us. Josh didn't even flinch. You said you weren't retired. I mean, you couldn't have caught that. That was way beyond anything that you could even fake an attempt at. Two and 2 here on Marte. Sproat brings home the pitch, and he missed down and away with a curveball. And the count is full. Another 3-ball count. That's 5 of them now. Half of the batters that have come to the plate against Sproat so far in this game have gone full. 3-2 pitch. Bouncing ball. Fair. Played by Vaughn behind the bag at first. Flips to Sproat, covering in time. And Sproat able to work around the leadoff walk and put up a 0 in the bottom of the second. To the third we go, a 1-0 Diamondbacks lead on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
From the postgame to the morning show, there's no rest for baseball for Dominic Cotroneo, our Brewers 360 guest every Monday at 8:45 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Cooper Pratt and his team loves defense. Cooper Pratt's a big league shortstop right now. I mean, Cooper Pratt was a big league shortstop defensively last year. I mean, that's a big league shortstop.
Brewers 360 is sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited, Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Cannon and Dumphy, and Ridgetop Exteriors.
Ready to knock it out of the park this season? Step up to the plate at Boucher Automotive Group and score big on your next ride. With 16 brands and 31 dealerships across Wisconsin, Boucher's lineup is stacked with new and pre-owned vehicles, so you'll find a ride that's sure to be a star on your team. Boucher also is offering top dollar for your trade-in along with fast, easy financing, making the entire process a home run. No pressure, just a team that's in your corner from start to finish. Boucher Automotive Group. We ride with you every mile.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs, on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
Are you still driving around with clear windows? Those of us with tinted windows just can't imagine it. The heat, no privacy, car doesn't even look cool. Join the auto in crowd. Visit zbart.com for your tint today.
1-0 Diamondbacks. We head to the third inning here in Phoenix, Arizona, and stepping in with the play-by-players, Josh Maurer.
Thank you, Lane. David Hamilton, Joey Ortiz, and then Bryce Terang. 8-9-1 in the Brewers order, coming up against Eduardo Rodriguez. Gave up the leadoff single in the first to Terang and has retired 6 in a row ever since. Lefty-lefty here for David Hamilton. Tries to bunt, pops up a bunt foul, and it lands uncaught about halfway between home plate and first base. Just trying to drag a bunt that time was David, who attempts to lay one down about as much as anybody in baseball. Couldn't keep it fair, so it's 0-1 on Hamilton. David comes in batting .237. Homered 3 times, driven in 13. And Erod's 0-1 at the top of the zone with a curveball, 0-2. Brewers will have their work cut out for them offensively here this afternoon against this guy. 33-year-old's been one of the best in the National League. 0-2 pitch is down low. Back to the curveball, and that time did not land it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I mentioned this right before first pitch. This is a pitching rematch of a game in April at American Family Field where the Diamondbacks beat the Brewers behind Eduardo. The 1-2. Fly foul and out of play down the right field line. Third inning brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going across town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way, like 3 cents off every gallon every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 1-0 Arizona. The 1-2 again. David takes outside on a fastball. On April 29th, Eduardo Rodriguez, he was good but not great. Only lasted 4 2/3 innings. Had some command issues that day against Milwaukee. The 2-2 just missed, and it's full count. Curveball down and away. Good take by Hamilton. Brewers got 5 hits and 4 walks against Erod a couple of months ago, but only 2 runs. And Sproat took the loss. From the windup, 3-2 coming. Line drive towards short, right at Perdomo. He catches it as if the ball was tossed to him. Hard hit by David, but perfectly positioned. Near the second base bag was Geraldo Perdomo, and he plucked it out of the air for the first out. And here's Joey Ortiz. It's been a good week with the bat for Joey. Average at .208, couple of homers, and 19 driven in this year. First pitch is in at the knees for a called strike. Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee has major wins on deck. Play with your rewards card for a shot at cash, reward play, and new Toyotas. Visit Potawatomi.com for details. Pitch down and in. And it's 1-1 on Ortiz. 1 out and no base runners. Eduardo Rodriguez named an All-Star. Teams announced yesterday. Pitch misses, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike on a changeup to Joey Ortiz. It's the 11th year of his major league career, and the first time he has been named to the Midsummer's Classic. 2-1 coming. High, and it's 3-1 on Joey. So it's been a 3-ball count on each of the batters to come up here to start the third for the Brewers. Terang on deck. Moreno gives the signs to Rodriguez. The left-hander kicks and throws. Right down the middle. Taken for a strike. It's only 92. His fastball's not overpowering the way that it used to be when he was a youngster. He used to sit in the mid to upper 90s. He's had some issues injury-wise. Shoulder a couple of years ago after he signed the big free agent deal with the Diamondbacks. So he doesn't throw as hard as he once did, but he's figured out a way to be very successful with the arsenal that he possesses. 1 out, nobody on. 3-2 again. Fly foul, back up and out of play. It's been a full count on each batter here in the inning. One 0 Diamondbacks lead from the windup 3-2 pitch. Tapped right past the mound at the second baseman. Play for Ildemaro Vargas. Charges in and fields and throws out Ortiz. Hit that one very softly, and there are 2 outs. After it went to 3-2, he's gotten each batter. And now here's Bryce Terang. That's 8 in a row retired by Rodriguez. Kind of different story to the way that we saw the offense against the Diamondbacks starters on both Friday and Saturday. Brewers hit a lot of balls very hard. A lot of chances to score runs. Didn't always capitalize. Terang's the only man to reach thus far today, and he takes a called strike with a curveball. And you figured that this would be a much more challenging afternoon for the hitters. 0-1 pitch. Outside corner, called a strike with a curveball. It's 0-2.
Brewers have had some quality contact against it, though. Mitchell lined out at 107. Bowers 111.
0-2 pitch. Turang takes upstairs. Yeah, those are the two guys that hit the ball very hard last inning. Turang grounded a single through the right side to begin the ball game, but again, nobody's reached since. 2 out in the third, 1-0 Arizona. The 1-2. Down low on the curve. It's 2-2 on Bryce. Brewers won the series in April at home 2-1. They won the rubber match. That was actually the day Brandon Woodruff first got hurt this season. Rubber match of this series today. 2-2 pitch. Foul back off to our left and out of play by Turang. It remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Milwaukee is open to win both series from the Diamondbacks this season. Rodriguez is ready. Another 2-2. Down low on a changeup. Well, every batter here in the third has worked to full counts.
If you heard Pat Murphy in the pregame show, he talked about the fact that they're going to have to chip away at him at times over the course of this game. And I would say they're chipping with these deep counts in this third inning.
Payoff to Turang. Swinging a soft ground ball to first. Should be easy for Pavin Smith. Fields next to the bag. Takes a step to his right and tags it before Turang arrives. And so after every batter went 3-2, there were just soft outs. Rodriguez got Turang 3 unassisted on a curveball. He's retired 9 in a row. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Arizona on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWSpineCenter.com. That's OAWSpineCenter.com.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Tri-City National Bank is proud to support your hometown team, and our bankers can help you achieve your financial dream. Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
It'll be the portion of the order coming up for the Diamondbacks that produced the game's only run back in the first inning. Here in the bottom of the third, it's Perdomo, Carroll, and Moreno. Geraldo Perdomo doubled and scored in the first, and he'll take a called strike from Brandon Sproat with a fastball. Still 1-0 Diamondbacks. Perdomo this season against the Brewers was 0 for 14 until that double on a 3-2 pitch in the first inning. Sproat gave up then an RBI double to Corbin Carroll, and he yanks a cutter inside, 1-1, coming near the hip of Perdomo, who thrust back to get out of the way. Diamondbacks thought maybe it actually hit him. They hold up play to see if they want to challenge, but they will not. Ball just missed hitting Geraldo Perdomo. 1-1 the count from Sproat. He deals, and it's grounded towards third. Trying to backhand it with Hamilton. He flubs it. It hits off his glove, and Karam's a couple of feet away from him. It was a really tough chance, and so safe at first is Perdomo on what should be an infield single. It is. It was hit very hard. And Hamilton with that do-or-die chance on the backhand, it ate him alive. An infield single, Perdomo's 2 for 2. Now the Diamondbacks, for the second inning in a row, get the leadoff batter aboard, and here's the man who's driven in the only run today, Corbin Carroll. Runner goes on a ball, and there's no chance for Sanchez. Throw is late, and now Perdomo's at second with nobody out. They're running on the battery of Sproat and Sanchez here thus far today. Immediately on that first pitch curveball to Corbin Carroll, Perdomo took off. He had a huge jump. Diamondbacks are 4 for 4 stealing bases this series. So the second run of the game in scoring position with nobody out. And Carroll, the all-star, up there. And the pitch almost goes to the backstop. Great stop by Sanchez on a fastball down and in. But it's 2-0. Well, we've talked about it. Brandon Sproat's coming off those 2 terrific starts in a row, each against Cincinnati. Has not looked as sharp thus far today as he did in those pair. 2-0 pitch. Carroll swings through a fastball. 97 on the gun, and it's 2-1. You want to just try to keep this game close. Brewers always seem to figure out a way to do that. 2-1 is inside corner, called a strike with a fastball. 2-2. Give yourself a chance late in the ball game today. That Arizona bullpen has been taxed over the first couple of nights of this series. Use the leverage guys. Each game has Torey Lovello. Runner at second, nobody's out. The 2-2 pitch. Flied foul. Out of play down the left field line. When the game is on the line, the Brewers rely on their elite bullpen. When your oral health is on the line, rely on a WDA member dentist. To find a WDA dentist near you, go to WDA.org. Carroll wants to pull a ball here and advance the runner at worst. Perdomo at second, nobody out. 2-2. Swing and a miss. They elevated the fastball, and Sproat strikes him out. Big one there for the first out in the third. Third ortho ASAP strikeout for Brandon. Gets the all-star Carroll. Don't strike out. Get back to the active lifestyle you want at Ortho ASAP. See a specialist today at orthowisconsin.com. And now Gabby Moreno, the catcher, who walked in the first. Sproat's first pitch coming. Outside corner with a fastball. He's starting to locate the heater here these last couple of hitters. 0-1. And let's get a safe driving tip from our friends at Schneider and their professional truck drivers. They remind you, buckle up every time you drive. It's a simple step, but it makes a big difference. Thank you to Schneider, and a changeup is inside on Moreno, ball 1. Moreno's been on base 4 times in the series, 3 hits and now that walk. Been the cleanup batter every game. Runner at second, 1-1. Fouled back into the screen. Challenge fastball from Sproat, 1-2. Mentioned that Sproat lost to Eduardo Rodriguez in the game against the Diamondbacks. He started in April at home. Gave up 4 runs in the 4th inning that day. A couple of homers. Adrian Del Castillo and Nolan Arenado took him deep. A 1-2 pitch. Got him looking with a fastball knee high. Moreno rung up, and that's back-to-back strikeouts. Perfectly located over the inner half. He's got a chance to strand a runner in scoring position again. Stranded second and third in the first. Stranded a man at second in the second. And now Perdomo's still at second in the third. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. with a big at-bat. He'll take way outside. Another sprawling catch by Gary Sanchez. Gurriel grounded out on a swinging bunt to the catcher his first time. 1-0 Arizona. Sproat behind 1-0 on Gurriel. Kicks and he deals, and it's chopped foul very softly behind the plate. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Brewers Radio Network. Hope you've had a great holiday weekend. Thanks for tuning in here on the Brewers Radio Network. Josh Mauer, Lane Grindle, Kent Sommerfeld. 1-0 Diamondbacks, bottom third, and Gurriel takes a sweeper down and away from Brandon Sproat to make the count 2-1 with Geraldo Perdomo at second base. 2 out in the inning. Gurriel 1 for 6 in the series. That was a big pinch hit last night. Gave the Diamondbacks later in that 8th inning some insurance. He scored it. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Cutter out away from him. It's 2-2. Gurriel's also robbed a home run defensively back on Friday. Playing left field. Jumps. Got the glove well up over the left field fence. Brought one back off the bat of Garrett Mitchell. 2-2. Sproat kicks and deals outside. Got that fastball up to 98.5 on our radar gun, but another full count. And on deck, you got the left-handed batter, Ildemaro Vargas. Runner at second, 2 away. Sproat has his signed payoff coming. Popped foul into the seats, first base side. He's going to be up near 70 pitches at the end of this at-bat. That was number 68.
Yeah, they have made him work in a big way over the course of this game.
The 6th full count already. And timeout used by Lourdes Gurriel Jr. before this 3-2 pitch. It'll be the 7th pitch of this AB.
Feels like a Drew Rahm or a Garrett Stallings may have to play a role in this game unless Sproat can get really efficient for the next couple of innings.
Big pitch. Sproat is set, has his sign. 3-2 coming. Down and away, and he walked him. It's the 3rd walk in addition to the 3 hits that he's permitted, and Vargas will bat with 2 on and 2 out for the 2nd time already today. Ildemaro grounded out to Turang to end the 1st with a couple of men on base. Let's see what happens here in the 3rd. Gary Sanchez is going to go visit with Sproat before Ildemaro bats. Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound. With wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, and over 95 kiosks, it's a fan stream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. Vargas has been a pest to the Brewers this year. He's 4 for 9 this series, a couple of different RBI hits. He is 9 for 20 against the Brewers this year. Switch hitter from the left. And Sanchez back behind the plate. 1-0 Arizona. I'll tell you what, if Brandon gets him out and keeps it at just 1 run permitted through these 3 laborious innings, he's done some great work. Pivotal point in today's game. First pitch to Vargas. Down and in, ball 1 on a changeup.
Yeah, you can't knock him for competing because he has competed, even though he's had to compete a lot with his back against the wall so far in this start.
Yeah, it feels like just about every pitch he's thrown. 1-0. Strike at the top of the zone. 96-mile-an-hour sinker. Right on the outside corner to Ildemaro Vargas. At second, Perdomo, he singled. At first, Gurriel, he walked. There are 2 outs. The 1-1 coming. Chopped off the body of Vargas. It hit the dirt, then hit him. And it's a foul ball, so it's 1-2. It's a curveball that he just barely topped into the dirt. Sproat could strike out 3 in the inning. Remember, he got Carroll and Moreno consecutively earlier here in the 3rd. 1-2 pitch, swing, ground ball, shortstop, played by Ortiz with a backhand. He'll take the out at first and gets it there in time to retire Vargas and the side. Joey Ortiz makes the play 6-3, and Sproat again skates through trouble. 2 men were left. We're headed to the 4th, and it's 1-0 Diamondbacks on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
What's on Tap, brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Rooting for the Brew Crew because we're from Milwaukee, too. Tastes like Miller time.
Brewers theme nights are back and better than ever in 2026. Join the crew for your favorite theme nights, plus new events like Hello Kitty Night and Paw Patrol Day. Check them all out at brewers.com/theme nights.
Milwaukee Brewers Baseball and Miller Lite.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
High-tech data centers are critical to unlocking the power of technology to grow our economy, improve our healthcare, and transform education. And Wisconsin is quickly becoming a data center hub, which is great news for our state's skilled workers. Each data center creates about 1,800 construction jobs and then hundreds of high-paying jobs to operate it. Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now supports bringing data centers online to move our state's economy and technology forward.
How can you not be romantic about this? This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Diamondbacks, Lane just made the point to me off air, probably feel like the Brewers felt early in the games on Friday and Saturday. They've had all these chances, but haven't really cashed in. It's 1-0 Arizona to the fourth as Jackson Chourio greets Eduardo Rodriguez and takes a called strike with a changeup. Arizona's 1 for 8 batting with runners in scoring position over the first 3 innings against Sproat. Meanwhile, the Brewers have just one base runner. The 0-1. A little bit high for a ball on Jackson. He struck out in the first. Rodriguez has retired 9 in a row after giving up a game leadoff single. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got the fastball by him, 1-2. Carbless is a proud partner of the Brewers. Premium ready-to-drink cocktails. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. Find it at the ballpark or at your local retailer. Carbless, less is more. The windup, the 1-2, down low. Chourio saw the changeup coming and he watched it dip below his knees for ball 2. Yelich and Vaughn to follow. The 2-2 coming. Another changeup, and again Jackson saw it all the way. Watched it go down low. It's a full count again. That's 4 straight Brewers batters that have worked at 3-2. Leading off the fourth is Chourio trying to get on base. Rodriguez deals. Hard ground ball through the left side and past the diving Tim Tawa at third. Into left she goes. It's a leadoff single for Jackson Chourio. And he's now got a 6-game hitting streak as the Brewers get their first base runner since the first batter of the ball game. It's kind of like you said too last inning. You keep working these counts and you put Rodriguez into more stressful spots, you're going to find your way on eventually. Now the middle of the order coming up. Here's Christian Yelich. First pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. Had one to hit.
And if you can keep it at a 1-0 deficit, you're in great shape because the Diamondbacks have really leaned into their bullpen the last 2 days and the ace side of their bullpen. Brewers didn't get into the ace side of their bullpen as much yesterday. And so they have their guys like McGill and Uribe and Ashby and maybe even a Patrick available today if they needed to go to him.
1-1 as the curveball misses outside to Yelich, who broke his bat as he popped up to shortstop back in the first. He's got 1 hit in the 6 games this week that he's played, but it was a homer. That was yesterday in the 1-1. Bunts. He bunts one towards Rodriguez on the third base side of the mound. Fields and throws at Yelich. It's going to be a sacrifice, and so into scoring position goes Chourio with 1 away. I'm not sure he was bunting to sacrifice, but it'll work. 1-3.
He's trying to get that up the third baseline a little bit more. Third baseman playing back, trying to get it past Rodriguez, and just instead bunted it not up the line as much as he wanted to, and probably not as hard as he wanted to bunt it, to be honest.
Not the end of the world, though. You get the tying run to second for Vaughn, who looks at ball 1 on a fastball. think that's why there was probably a good time to try that bunt if you're Yelly. All right, even if you don't get a hit out of it, you're going to advance the runner. Andrew Vaughn flew to right his first time. 1-0 Diamondbacks in the fourth. The 1-0. Tipped off the catcher's mask foul. It went right off the mask of Moreno, high up into the air and all the way into the screen. And Moreno hardly budged. 1-1 the count. Home plate umpire Nestor Ceja was checking on Gabriel, who immediately said that he was good. Here's a throwback to second in behind Chourio, and the man who took that throw, Vargas, wasn't even standing on the bag. He was like 4 steps behind it. He caught the throw. Chourio dove in. He was safe and was in no danger of being tagged out. Ball and a strike on Vaughn. Rodriguez ready in the pitch. Tipped foul into the catcher's mitt. Fastball. He's living at the low 90s on his fastball velocity. That was 91 right down the middle. You know, it kind of reminds you of what a left-handed version of Brandon Woodruff these days looks like. 1-2 pitch. Inside corner, struck him out looking. 92 on a fastball, and Vaughn couldn't take a hack at it. That's out number 2. Only the second strikeout for Eduardo Rodriguez.
Yeah, it wasn't a strike. It was in off the plate.
Yes, it was. We get our data here, and it says it was inside by an inch or so. But no challenge from Vaughn. 2 out. Chourio remains at second, and Jake Bauers to the plate. Line to right his first time. First pitch comes in low, ball 1. Speaking of Woodruff, the news that he's been placed back onto the injured list this morning with that shoulder issue that popped back up again in the outing last night. Here's the 1-0. Down and away on a curve. Blocked by Moreno. 2-0 on Jake. Pat Murphy said to you in the manager's show that his heart breaks for Woody, knowing all that he's been through just to try to be on the mound this season. And it's really been inspirational to watch him pitch because he's been so good when he's been out there. 2-0 to Bauers. Outside. And the curveball, it's 3-0.
I think that's the thing, Josh, is that we've watched him these last 2 years be so good when he's been available, and he's done it a totally different way than the way he came up and did it in 2017 and 2018 and 2019 and so on.
3-0 is a strike. To Bauers, took it on the outer third, 3-1.
I don't know if there's 97s and 98s in the future of Brandon Woodruff's pitching days. I hope there are for his sake, but it makes you wonder what it could be like if he ever gets back to that point.
Runner at second, 3-1. Tipped foul on a curveball into the catcher's mitt. Bauers had one to hit, but couldn't do anything with it. It's full count again. Yeah, and so for Woodruff, there's an uncertain near and distant future. The near future is he's going to see his surgeon, Dr. Meister, in the next few days to figure out what the next course of treatment will be. The Brewers certainly don't know any kind of time frame at this point. 1-0 Diamondbacks in the fourth. 3-2 coming. Popped up in right. Easy for Corbin Carroll, drifting over towards the line and now waiting, medium depth, and Carroll makes the catch. And Rodriguez, 4 scoreless innings dominating the Brewers thus far. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Arizona on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
You've taught them, trained them, taken every precaution. But sometimes, despite your best efforts, someone gets hurt on the job. Because they're not perfect. They're people. And they're your people. At least you can keep them happy, healthy, and working with a workers' compensation policy from West Bend. It's how to give every problem a silver lining. West Bend, the worst brings out our best. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com.
Step up to the plate. It's Quick Trip's All Round the Bases contest with Stork Candy. Stop into your neighborhood Quick Trip and purchase any Werther's or Mamba product with Quick Rewards for your chance to win cash. Be sure to try Werther's Original, Mamba Magic Sticks, or Mamba Berry Tasty. Details at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Don't sit on the sidelines. Grab your favorite Werther's or Mamba product, fuel up, and get in the game to win big this Brewer season. Quick Trip and Stork Candy, proud partners of the Brewers Radio Network.
Celebrate and save big during Steinhaffel's Furniture and Mattress 4th of July sale. Save up to 30% store-wide, then take $75 off every $7.99 you spend. And we make buying your new room easy with our special 60-month 0% financing. Plus, take an extra 15% off our already low-priced clearance. And don't forget about the amazing doorbusters throughout the store. It's Steinhaffel's 4th of July sale. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com.
Carbless, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Premium, ready-to-drink cocktails.
0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten.
At the ballpark or your local grocery store. Carbless.
Less is more.
See if Brandon Sproat can get a quick inning for the first time today. We go to the bottom of the 4th. He's got the bottom third of the Diamondbacks order coming up. 1-0. The D-backs lead. Tim Tawa takes a called strike. There's a cutter there from Sproats, who has had to work through traffic consistently over the first 3 innings. But the dam has not broken. Just the run in the first. The 0-1 Tawa, swing and a miss. Breaking ball, biting down and away from the right-handed hitter, and it's 0-2. He walked and stole a base, did Tawa back in the second. After getting recalled from AAA today, Tim Tawa, 0-2 pitch. Popped up foul, first base side. Is there room for Vaughn as he approaches his dugout? There is not. It landed right on the top of the dugout. Remains 0-2 on T-squared. Tim Tawa. Retired veterans, you can turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and health plan experience you want with Network Health. Learn more, networkhealth.com/veterans.
That what his teammates call him, or is that a Josh Mauer original nickname?
That was my brainchild.
T-squared. Forever he'll be known as that on this broadcast.
It's good alliteration. 0-2 again. Inside that time on the sweeper. Tried to come through the front door, did Brandon Sproat, but he missed. Tawa was a rookie a season ago. He's been struggling this year. 1-2 pitch is fouled back up over the screen and out of play. Sproat's getting close to 80 pitches. Now remember in that start Tuesday against the Reds when he battled and got better and better as the game went on, he went up over 100 for the first time. So he is fully stretched out. 1-2 again. Tawa chops a foul on a curveball. Over towards the third base on deck circle. Remains 1-2.
He's not been maybe as sharp as he'd want to be from a command standpoint, and he's had to go deep into counts with these Diamondbacks hitters. He's lowered his ERA over the course of this game so far, though.
And he misses low, 96 on the sinker, 2-2.
That's because he's been able to put the zeros up a couple of times.
1 run in 3 innings that's A-OK.
Yeah.
Try to keep it 1 run through 4 now. Leading off bottom 4, Tawa, 2-2. Chopped softly to Brandon Sproat. Right near the first base side he fields and underhands to Vaughn for the outs. Leadoff batter is retired. And that brings up Pavin Smith. Let's take a drive around the league. I'll tell you what's happening in that Cardinals-Cubs game at Wrigley. Brought to you by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. Now the Cubs had a big 6th inning, and they salvage a game against the rival Cardinals. 6-4 the final just ended a moment ago. Pavin Smith takes a strike with a curveball. Cardinals, of course, had won the first 2 games of that series. And then they took a 3-2 lead in the top of the 6th. Jordan Walker hit a 3-run homer. 0-1 Smith lines a base hit into right. Over to get it is Jake Bowers on a couple of hops. And Jake will throw it in to hold Smith at first base. It's a 1-out single. So Pavin Smith aboard in front of the number 9 batter, rookie Tommy Troy. Another T-squared.
He's the younger one.
They both went to Stanford, by the way. Tim Tawa and Tommy Troy.
Both good at math, so they probably do a lot of equations with T squared.
1-0 Diamondbacks in the fourth, and Tommy Troy took low, ball one. Anyway, just back to that Cardinals-Cubs game. It was 3-2 St. Louis going to the bottom of the sixth, and Chicago scored 4 runs. Matthew Liberatore was still out there. He took the loss. 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, 2-0. So 6-4 Chicago wins. They remain in second place. Whoever won that game today was going to go into next week second place behind the Brewers in the Central. Right now the Cubs 5.5 games back. Troy struck out his first time. 1 out in the 2-0. Hit high and deep to center field. Garrett Mitchell's going back. He has room right at the edge of the warning track, and Garrett makes the catch. And back to first goes Pavin Smith. That was loud contact from Tommy Troy.
Two T squareds have accounted for the 2 outs.
Yeah, they squared an out. Marte's grounded out twice, and he'll take just outside, ball one.
I'm so confused.
I think that was right.
I don't know if it was. I wouldn't have any idea.
Brewers have held Ketel Marte to 2 for 10 this series. Throw to first by Sproat, dropped by Vaughn. He wouldn't have had Pavin Smith even had he caught it. 1-0 Arizona, bottom 4. We're going to go to St. Louis. A 5-game series beginning tomorrow night at Busch. And the Cardinals, even with that loss today at Wrigley, they had a great week. Went 4-2 on a tough road trip. Atlanta and Chicago go 4-2. 1-0 the count. Another throw to first. Safe is Pavin Smith, and both disengagements used by Brandon Sproat. He's got that quick move. Really good one for a right-handed pitcher. 1-0 the count on Marte. I don't think Pavin Smith's going to try to steal anyway. Not a speedy base runner. And the 1-0. Line drive, base hit into left center field. It's Mitchell sprinting to his right to get it over in the gap. That'll hold Marte to a single, but first to third goes Pavin Smith. A couple of singles in the inning for the Diamondbacks, and they have another 2-out threat. Runners on the corners for Geraldo Perdomo. And Chris Hook's going to come out and talk with Brandon Sproat. Another big moment in this game. It's a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound. Wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, and over 95 kiosks. It's a fan's dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend.
Grant Anderson's going to start playing catch down in the Brewers bullpen.
88 pitches for Sproat. He's recorded 11 outs. But he's only permitted 1 run.
If he gets out of this and goes 4 innings and gives up 1 run with all that traffic, it's an accomplishment. It's not the way you wanted to draw up your start, and it's not the overall performance that you wanted, but you made the most of what you had, right? I believe the phrase is chicken salad. I'll just leave it at that, right? I mean, it would be. It would be making the most out of a day where you had to really grind through it. And they made life tough on you, but you never gave in. I mean, that's an important thing for a young pitcher. If he can get this final out, he deserves a lot of credit for it.
Well, he's got to get Perdomo for the first time. He's doubled and singled. Runners on the corners, 2 out in the fourth. Dan Sproat's pitch. Down and in, ball 1 on a changeup. Perdomo did not have a hit against the Brewers this season before today, before going 2 for 2 in the first 3 innings. 1-0 Diamondbacks, bottom of the fourth. Brandon Sproat is ready. The 1-0 pitch. Flied foul down the left field line and into the seats. This is where we were talking about in the top of the inning. The Diamondbacks probably feel like the Brewers offense did in the first couple of games of this series. They're 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position up to this point. Sproat with a 1-1. Grounded foul wide of first. He hit it hard. but maybe 5 feet wide of the bag, and now Sproat has Perdomo in a 1-2 hole. Figure out any way to get back into the dugout right here, and you'll take it. Brandon coming set, and as he does, Perdomo uses his timeouts. There have been 8 base runners, 5 hits, also 3 walks permitted. Pavin Smith at third, Marte at first. Sproat set right above the belt. Here's his 1-2. Fly ball to left. Backing up on it is Churio. He's there right in front of the warning track, and Jackson makes the catch. Inning over, Brandon Sproat. Well, you're skating on that thin ice all afternoon, but
2 strikes on Hunter. This ball hit deep left field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. It's a 1-run game. Second deck for Hunter Goodman. His first of the year. That thing went 435 feet.
And you get the future Hall of Famer in for Hunter Goodman. Last year's Silver Slugger, the National League as a catcher. Just a rolling curveball. Hang it. Hunter Goodman's going to destroy it.
We've run into all kinds of weather so far this year, and this is the first time we've run into a fog.
They're going to have Bonds hit a pop-up and see if they can catch it.
There goes one now. Let's see where that is. I have no idea where it is. There's a lone figure standing out in right field, and only he knows who he is. It's like a set from the Hound of the Baskervilles should be coming out soon.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Nothing gets through, and nothing stops leaks like North Shore adult diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
On to the 5th, 1-0 Arizona, and back with the play-by-play is Lane.
All right, thank you, Josh. Here's Garrett Mitchell. First pitch swinging, and he fouls it down into the dirt behind home plate. It's no balls and 1 strike on Garrett.
Quick addendum, by the way. Lane informs
this is
me.
unnecessary.
No, when the ice fishing is taking place, the ice can crack. You just don't want it to break.
Right. I mean, there can be little micro fissures, if you will. Here's a swing and a miss. Had a cut fastball. It's 0-2. But I don't want to give anybody, like, permission to get cocky out on the ice either. I don't think we're in any real threat of that for a while back home. So you have time to do your own research before you're on the ice this winter. No balls and 2 strikes on Mitchell. Here's the pitch. And he took down and away with a changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And I am by no means an ice fishing expert, but I do go occasionally. Enjoy it. 1-2 pitch. Up and in. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
If I saw even, I think, some micro cracks, I'd start running.
I put it into AI. Can cracked ice be safe? 2-2. Misses low. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The short answer is yes, cracked ice can absolutely be safe. But it depends entirely on where that ice is. If you were talking about ice cubes in your drink, it does say that. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Mitchell is down on strikes. There's 1 away in the 5th. This is, I'm giving you this verbatim. If you are talking about ice cubes in your drink, it is completely harmless. If you are talking about walking or driving on a frozen lake, cracking can be a major warning sign.
That's what I'm talking about.
So I was talking about the ice cubes in your drink. Here's Gary Sanchez, the pitch, and dropped a curveball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. I don't think it understood my question very well. The 0-1 to Sanchez. That missed low. Another changeup. He has thrown a lot of changeups, which we expected him to over the course of this game today. 1 ball and 1 strike on Sanchez. 1 ball and 1 strike on Sanchez. The pitch. Bouncing ball on the left side. Big hop for Perdomo. Collects and fires across in time to take care of Sanchez. 2 quick outs against Rodriguez here in the top of the 5th inning. Brewers had kind of pushed that pitch count up a little bit on Rodriguez, but he's been very efficient so far in this 5th inning. 9 pitches so far for Rodriguez and 2 outs recorded. And now here's David Hamilton. Time for a vibe check. A cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Big Vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer. The seltzer that passes the vibe check. First pitch to Hamilton is down and away, and it's 1-0. Hamilton 0 for 1. Soft line out to Perdomo at short, back into third. It is 1-0 Diamondbacks. They've out hit the Brewers 5-2. The pitch. Hamilton took a strike on the outside edge. And it's 1-1. Grant Anderson getting loose in the Brewers bullpen. 1-1 is down and away with a curveball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Brandon Sproat was like a bend but don't break defense today. Only gave up the 1 run over 4 innings. Presuming his day is done, I gotta think it is, with Anderson getting loose and where he's at. 2-1 to Hamilton is a chopper to first. Big hop for Pavin Smith. He'll run to the bag and retire Hamilton, and the Brewers down in order against Rodriguez. Here in the top of the 5th, we go to the bottom of 5. 1-0 Diamondbacks on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American.
Foul ground, and he's got it. What a catch by Max Kepler. Wow.
Hook and Valdez comes up with it. Oh my.
A soft ground ball towards third. Bichette on the backhand has it. Cross fires to first. Got him.
Bichette with the backhand play. The bouncing throw on 2 hops in time.
Ground ball hit to second. Diving play by Homer. Shuffles to second, and they get the force. Diving into right field. Bassana gets up and throws out Berger.
Ground ball hit to the right side. Diving stop to his left. Horner throw to first in time to get Tatis.
Freely coming on and dives. He caught it. Sproat loves it.
Shortstop Henderson diving.
Throws to first. Did they get him? Yes, they did.
Diving stop by Edmund to his feet. Long throw to first there in plenty of time.
To the right side. Diving stop. Clemens finds the grip and gets the out at second base.
The Sun, who's going to get it? Corona Grower makes the catch. Corona Grower in trouble again. Oh, he caught it again.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
You're going to want to pay attention to this.
Struck him out looking.
On the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
That was filthy.
It is 1-0 Arizona. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Grant Anderson takes over on the mound for the Crew. So Brandon Sproat ends up going 4 innings, gives up the 5 hits, the 1 run, 3 walks worked in there, and he ended up striking out 4 over the course of the contest. So Anderson takes over, and Corbin Carroll leads things off for Arizona. First pitch is a little high with a fastball at 93, and it's 1-0. So Anderson trying to keep it right there. Brewers trying to get something going offensively. They have had some hard contact today, but really haven't been able to stack at bats on top of each other against Eduardo Rodriguez so far this afternoon. Fastball missed inside. It goes to 2-0 on Corbin Carroll. Anderson kicks and delivers, and the 2-0 pitch is a strike on the outside edge. It's 2-1. Anderson certainly one of the heroes in Friday night's win. Worked the last 2 innings, got out of that jam in the 10th. Here's the pitch, and popped up behind home plate. Shedding the mask is Sanchez. It'll stay in play for him. He locates it, makes the catch, and there's one away. It's a big first out for Garrett Anderson. Anytime, or Grant Anderson, I should say. Anytime you get Corbin Carroll out, that's a big out, regardless of where it's at in the game. So one away for Gabriel Moreno. Things are heating up, and not just on the field. Summer vacation season is full swing, and no summer is complete without a freezer full of Usinger sausage. From brats to Franks to Polish to Applewood bacon. Pitch is rolled foul, third base side. It's 0-1 on Moreno. Yeah, Usinger's has the taste you're looking for. It's just not summer without him. Righty-righty matchup here for Grant Anderson. 0-1. Missed down and away with a sweeper. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I think it was this matchup that was the biggest out of the series for the Brewers on Friday night. He got Moreno to hit him that double play in the 10th inning.
1-1 pitch. He is down and away with a sweeper, and it's 2-1. And made a good pitch. The pitch he needed to make, got the result he needed to get. Cooper Pratt did a great job starting up that double play, too. That was a tougher play than we probably understand it to be. There's a strike with a sinker at 93 on the inside edge, and it's even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Because of where that ball was hit, he was close enough. He could have thought about going to the bag himself. If he's going to flip it, getting the timing right on that flip so Turang doesn't have to wait on it is not easy either, because you're processing all those things in such a small, minute little period of time. And he played it perfectly, and Turang made a perfect turn like it seems like he always does, and the rest is history, as they say. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Moreno. Anderson brings home the pitch, and he missed outside of the sweeper, and the count is full, 3-2. Gurriel Jr. is in the on-deck circle for the Diamondbacks. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. A couple of hops out to Ortiz. Pats the glove, fires across, and there's 2 away. 2 quick outs for Grant Anderson. Good results for him so far, and now here's Gurriel.
Got him to hit a ground ball to shortstop again.
That's what he does. It was a sinker on the inside edge. It would have been a strike. Moreno pounded that into the dirt and rolled over that pitch. First offering is a fly ball into left center. Back on it goes Chourio with a play. Reaches up and makes the catch, and that was an efficient 11 pitch inning for Grant Anderson here in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the 6th. It's a 1-0.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work, and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales, and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to, and so I credit my dad for that.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game, these games, all the games, pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time, because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
And 1 pitch, 1 out. Mets have him 1st and 3rd. Little pop towards short. Mason's got it. Rocket to first, and they doubled him up. Bichette wandered too far off first, and Mason Wynn guns him out.
Mason Wynn caught it through a
bullet to first base to double up Bo Bichette.
How about that?
A 6-3 double play, doubling up the batter Young and Bo Bichette, leaving Soto at third.
It is 1-0 Arizona as we go to the top of the 6th inning. 6th inning is the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Our contestant is Keen Gilchrist from Madison. Keen will win a $100, I should say a $450 gift card jackpot if a member of the crew hits a home run this inning, and $100 added to the total for each additional home run this half. Rodriguez out there, 79 pitches so far. Joey Ortiz to lead things off, and he checks on a pitch down low. They appeal to first. He did not offer, says Charlie Ramos, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Visit any participating Woodman's store to enter. Service and savings, that's Woodman's. Here's the 1-0 to Ortiz, and a fly ball to right. Carroll tracking it back into his right, now backpedaling a couple of steps, has it measured, makes the catch. And there's one away in the Brewers half of the 6th. Back to the top of the order now, and Bryce Terang. A 3rd time through now against Rodriguez. Brewers hoping that they'll see different results. He's at 81 pitches is all, so he could very easily go back out for the 7th inning unless the Brewers can put a rally together against him here in this 6th. The pitch is over but low with a curveball. It's 1-0. No runs on 2 hits for the crew. Terang has one of those 2 hits. It's the top 2 in the order that have hits, Terang and Chourio. 1-0's inside, 2 balls to no strikes. And Terang's had a great series. He is 7 for 13 in the series. Now an 8-game hitting streak for Bryce. Lefty-lefty matchup here. The 2-0 pitch. Curveball in there for a strike. And it's 2-1. It's a good pitch by Rodriguez on 2-0. Pitch that with 1 or 2 strikes you might be getting after, but probably not on 2-0 if you're Terang. The pitch is low. Cutter at 88. And it climbs to 3 balls and 1 strike. You'd love to get the speed of Terang on board in front of Chourio, who is always dangerous. Here's the 3-1. And Terang took a strike, filled up the zone with the sinker at 91. It is 3-2. Here's the pitch, and a ground ball to short. Bobbled for a moment by Marte, but picks it up and throws to first in time. That's actually Vargas over there at second base. Recovered in time to throw out Terang. Got on top of a curveball and hit it on the ground to second base. So 2 outs now, and here's Jackson Chourio. Homered last night in the 9th inning, has a hit today. 3 for 8 in this series for Chourio. Such a dangerous hitter. A guy that strikes fear in you if you're a guy like Rodriguez right now, who's pitching a dandy so far. Pitch is down and in. It's 1-0. No margin for error, though. As good as Rodriguez has been, one mistake can change everything in this game right now. 1-0. And curveball in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Working that curveball in there a little bit more here this 3rd time through so far. A lot of curveballs, a lot of changeups. 1-1. And a fly ball out to center. Hit well. Back at the track at the wall. And it is off the wall as Troy bangs against the wall trying to make the catch. Couldn't come up with it. It'll be a double for Jackson Chourio. And he destroyed that baseball. But again, that elevated wall out there in center kept that from being a home run. He hit that ball 109 off the bat. It hit well below the yellow line, about halfway up the wall. Troy hit the wall, and he had no chance to make that catch. $75 to the MAC Fund, courtesy of Westman, the silver lining, for the 15th double of the season for Chourio. So here's Yelich. First pitch, and Yelly took a curveball for a strike. It is 0-1. Just the 3rd hit against Rodriguez this afternoon for the Brewers. Chourio at second with 2 outs. The 0-1 to Yelich. That missed in, and it's 1-1. Yelich homered last night. He is 0 for 1 in this game. One and one. Rodriguez looks at second. And the pitch. And a fly ball into left center, but playable. Gurriel coming in, makes the catch. And the inning is over. Brewers got a 2-out double from Jackson Chourio. But that was it here in the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of 6. 1-0 Diamondbacks on the.
At the wall, leaping catch. What a play by Joey.
And Peters runs it down.
What a grab by Tristan Peters.
At the wall, leaps in front of the fence, and he got another one. Colton Cowser soars into the sky.
Slides and makes the catch. Nathan Lucas with a fantastic grab.
And look at Nunez laying out to his right to rob Jaron Duran.
Racing back Straw, and he's got it. Caught on the slide, Noel V. Marte.
McKinstry dives on it. A whale of a play.
He leaps and makes an unreal catch. Are you kidding me?
Nice sliding stop, Lau, and what a play by Brandon Lau.
And he is at the plate. There is no better defensive left fielder in the game. Coming in, Jonah Cox, and he'll dive. Wow, what a play.
Caro sliding, he got it.
It's a big out.
Right back to him. He spins around to whip it over to Freddie Freeman.
And much time to think about it either. Dandy play indeed.
Okay, where's the napkin?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Wow.
Well, always eager to help Pedro Martinez.
Oh, that's got to feel good.
Oh, yeah. Sticky's good.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
1-0 Diamondbacks as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Grant Anderson back out there for a second inning of work. Ildemaro Vargas to lead things off for the Diamondbacks. Puts down a bunt up the third baseline. Barehanded by Hamilton. Throw to first in time. Oh, what a play by David Hamilton. A bunt hugging the third baseline. Maybe bunted it just a touch harder than Vargas wanted to, but still a difficult play for Hamilton. That's a do-or-die play. Bare hand, and made a great throw to take care of Vargas. That's a big first out for Grant. And now here's T-squared, Tim Tawa. 0 for 1 today with a walk and a stolen base. The pitch missed inside with a sinker, and it's 1-0. Make tailgating easy this season by picking up the George Webb double play meal deal on your way to the game. 7 cheeseburgers. Pitch is a little low with a sinker. 2 balls and no strikes. Also 2 fries, just $17.99. Perfect pregame meal for hungry baseball fans. 2-0 here on Tawa. The pitch is a strike on the inside edge, and it's 2-1. Drew Rom is getting loose in the Brewers bullpen. Anderson worked 2 innings on Friday night. He's been efficient so far. He's only at 15 pitches, and he's recorded 4 outs. Here's a ground ball, backhanded by the shortstop. Ortiz bounces it across. Nice stretch by Vaughn. They got him. Boy, that was smooth by Joey Ortiz. Ball was hit pretty hard. 106 off the bat. Got it on 1 hop on a back pick, or I should say a backhand. Little mini slide, got to his feet and threw it across, and that's going to be it for Grant Anderson. Pat Murphy's out of the dugout, and he's going to take the baseball from Grant, and Rom's going to come in to face Pavin Smith here in the bottom of the 6th. It's a pitching change brought to you by Iron Workers Local 8. Looking for a change in your career? The sky's the limit with Iron Workers Local.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went and figure out what we're gonna call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of, our mother, so that's what legacy came in. And just remember that legacy catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Bottom four, 3-0 Blue Jays. Kazuma Okamoto to lead it off for the Blue Jays. Hit a fly ball to right in his first at bat. As Okamoto drills one. High, deep, gone! His first home run as a Blue Jay, and it is 4-0. Big time power to the opposite field.
He came here with a power bat, and to show that early in the season, he's got these fans on their seats.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Pavin Smith comes to the plate against Drew Rom. Lefty-lefty matchup. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th, the 1-0 Diamondbacks lead. Rom brings home the first pitch and misses down and away. And it's 1-0. Rom on the roster today with the injury to Brandon Woodruff, making his 5th appearance of the year. 3.38 ERA over 5 1/3 innings. Here's the 1-0. That is a strike on the outside edge, and it's 1-1. Rom looks in. 1-1 pitch. Missed down and away with a sweeper. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Kevin Ginkel is getting loose in the Diamondbacks bullpen. I think the Brewers won't complain if Eduardo Rodriguez is out of this game, despite some hard contact against him, including that double from Churio in the top of the 6th. This one swung on and fouled back and out of play. And it's 2-2 here on Pavin Smith.
I think maybe they got Ginkel up now just in case Rodriguez runs into any kind of trouble in the 7th, but we'll see.
Yeah, that could absolutely be the case. 2-2 is hit foul and out of play down the left field line. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's going to be interesting to see what the Diamondbacks do with their bullpen in these last couple of innings when they go to it. We talked about it earlier. Garcia's thrown consecutive days. Sewald's thrown consecutive days. 2-2 is hit foul and out of play down the left field line. Stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Pavin Smith. And the Brewers have had a pretty loaded with lefties lineup today, even though it was a left-handed pitcher in Eduardo Rodriguez. The pitch is a ball, but challenged by Sanchez.
The catcher is challenging the call of ball.
I think he's going to win it. This is a sinker right at the very bottom of the zone. It's going to be close, but I think, yeah, boom.
The pitch is a strike. It is strike 3. Milwaukee has 2 challenges remaining.
Attaboy, Gary Sanchez. That challenge brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And reading Pavin Smith's mouth, he was not pleased.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to beat a judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, yeah. I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
No, is it straight protein?
Yeah.
Did he get another one? You bet! And a new Rockies record for home runs in front of the All-Star break.
Seiya, deep left. Cubs win! Seiya wins it! 10th walk-off of the year for the Cubs!
The magician makes another one disappear. My word! He has homered in 4 straight games.
Casey Mize had one of the best starts of the year for a Tiger pitcher.
That stuff tonight was absolutely filthy, just allowing 1 hit with 10 strikeouts.
Cowser's at the wall. Cowser takes away another. Come on now. Back-to-back days, Colton Cowser has robbed a home run here at Camden Yards.
Providing truckers and fleets with the most dependable 24-hour road service. Pops Tire, proud partner of global leading tire company Hankook Tire. Never halfway, Hankook Tire. For the best deals on tires and all your service needs, visit PopsTire.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. That's because their team is always there to protect your dreams.
We go to the 7th inning, 1-0 Diamondbacks, and here's Josh Mauer.
Thank you, Lane. And Andrew Vaughn takes one upstairs from Eduardo Rodriguez, who's working on a 3-hit shutout. Vaughn is 0 for 2. On the windup, the 1-0. Swing and a miss at a curveball. It was the 95th pitch from Rodriguez. The All-Star for the first time in his career, and he has kept the Brewers off balance here today. Now the 1-1. Fouled on the right side, up out of play, and it is 1-2. Jake Bauers and Garrett Mitchell, a couple of lefties to follow. I think if Torey Lovello had his druthers, he would just keep Eduardo going through the whole inning. The veteran lefty kicks the 1-2. Flied foul again, right side, out of play by Vaughn. Working with the slimmest of margins is Erod after that RBI double by Corbin Carroll in the bottom of the first inning. Nobody else has played it a run today. Rubber match of a 3-game series. 1-2 to Vaughn. Low on a changeup, 2-2. Kevin Ginkel's ready in the bullpen if they need help. 2 of the 3 hits for the Brewers belong to Jackson Chourio. 2-2 pitch. Line drive into center field. There's a base hit. Andrew Vaughn got a fastball. He didn't hit it overly hard, but he put it into the right spot. Tying run aboard here to begin the 7th. And Bauers coming up. Well, the Brewers starting to get some better swings. And you figured they would. Lane mentioned it, 3rd time through the order when you see a guy and you know what he's got. Jake Bauers has twice flown out to the right fielder Corbin Carroll.
I think we're going to see Sal Frelick come in here and run for Vaughn.
I was wondering if they would pinch run. That is the tying run, and yes, popping out of the dugout with a helmet on is Mr. Frelick. So Andrew Vaughn's afternoon comes to its end. See if they can turn his hit into the tying run here this afternoon. Brewers hoping to come from behind to win this series and win the season series against Arizona, something they have not done since 2021. Well, here's Bauers. You get that upgrade of speed at first base with Frelick. Rodriguez working from the stretch. First pitch. Chopped foul up the first base line. The crew has been around since 1970. Habish, and Rotier even longer. If you're injured in an accident, call the firm Wisconsinites have trusted for over 95 years. Habish, and Rotier. They sponsor our hit batters. The 0-1 to Bauers. Down in the dirt on a curveball. 100 pitches now for Eduardo Rodriguez. He has been an innings eater, though, this season. Fully healthy. Last time Monday, got through 7 innings against the Giants on 91 pitches. Nobody out in the 7th here today. 1-0 Diamondbacks. The 1-1. Bauers high drive, right field, back Carroll. He's admiring it. It's flying. Goodbye, Jake Bauers. And the Brewers take the lead in the 7th. A hanging curveball drilled into the seats in right. Team leading 16th of the year. Jake rakes the Brewers into a 2-1 lead. And that'll be the final pitch thrown by Eduardo Rodriguez. He is now on the losing end of this score. Torey Lovullo's come out and made a pitching change. How about that swing from Bowers, who had earlier really gotten into one to right that he top spun, and Corbin Carroll caught it right in front of the warning track. There was no top spin on that baby. 2-1 Milwaukee, and that's the end of the day for Eduardo Rodriguez.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game, these games, all the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Well, we had a special guest on the field before the game today, Pepe the Penguin.
Pepe was a little cranky today.
If you're at the ballpark with your kid, what's most important? You got to get snacks for Junior. This is a rare father-son first base coaching combo.
Well, after Dinger put up a sign that said, "Mrs. Met, call me," Mrs. Met has her response.
That hit my bat. That was a foul ball I want to hit. He was trying to stay in the hit. See, look, he said foul ball, foul ball. He didn't want to go down to first base. He wanted to hit.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Riley Green looking to add on and maybe take a lead. Riley Green, fly ball right center field. This one's deep. Watch it fly! Gone! How about it? Riley Green's first of the postseason delivers a 4-3.
Bites in the expanded Sage Run Clubhouse, or refresh overlooking the 9th and 18th at Sweetgrass. It's all part of an unforgettable golf experience at Island Resort and Casino. Plan your getaway at islandresortgolf.com.
Well, with one swing of Jake Bauers' bat, this game has been flipped from a 1-0 Brewers deficit into a 2-1 Milwaukee lead. Nobody out in the 7th. Garrett Mitchell swings and misses at the first pitch from the reliever Kevin Ginkel. Right-hander in after Eduardo Rodriguez goes 6 innings plus. 102 pitches thrown by Erod. The 102nd did the damage. And now the pitch to Mitchell is down low, 1-1. Garrett has flown to deep center and struck out. Brewers had 5 hits against Rodriguez. He didn't walk a batter and fanned 3. The 1-1. Popped foul coming back over the screen and off to our left. 1-2 from Ginkel to Garrett.
There's a fan up there where that ball went, and he tried to catch one earlier and it went through his hands. And he was going to try to catch that one, and he bailed at the last second. He decided no.
1-2 pitch. Taken low by Mitchell. Well, the single by Vaughn started it, and then Bowers, again, that team-leading 16th home run. Still nobody out. You want to try to add on. Aaron Ashby's getting loose. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Over top the slider at the ankles, and Garrett strikes out. Good start for Ginkel. Every Brewers home run is presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Get back to taking big swings on the course, court, or field with a visit to Ortho ASAP. Get expert care today at orthowisconsin.com. Gary Sanchez has flown to left and grounded to short. And has, I thought, done a very nice job behind the plate thus far today. Shepherding Sproat through what was a laborious 4-inning outing. Takes a strike. It's 0-1. The bullpen thus far between Grant Anderson and Drew Rahm, 6 up, 6 down. 2-1 Brewers in the 0-1. Line drive hit hard down the left field line and fair. Just inside the chalk, and it bounds into the corner. Played by Gurriel, and Gary Sanchez lumbers into second base. He'll get there standing up with a 1-out double. And there's some insurance at second base. With David Hamilton coming to the plate, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Brewers Radio Network. Josh Maurer, Lane Grindle, producer engineer Ken Sommerfeld at Chase Field in Phoenix, where it's 2-1 Brewers in the 7th. Hamilton batting with Sanchez at second base and 1 out. And David takes inside on a Ginkel 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Every double means a $75 donation to the MAC Fund. Coming from West Bend, the Silver Lining. Hamilton 0 for 2 against Rodriguez. Soft line out and a ground out. The 1-0. Fly ball to right. Pretty much right at Corbin Carroll. Back a few steps, but he's there. And Corbin makes the catch. Sanchez going to tag, and he'll advance to third. Ambling and makes it there. The throw was cut off. And Gary went with into a foot-first slide. And has a wry smile on his face after that. He's 90 feet away from the third run of the inning with Joey Ortiz coming up.
Somewhere, someday, when somebody does a highlight package on the Brewers being great at base running, I hope that makes its way into the package. Mark DeRosa's talking about it on MLB Network some morning.
Look at that heads-up base running.
Yeah.
Joey 0 for 2 today, and the pitch is over the outside corner from Ginkel. 0-1. Kevin Ginkel, 37th appearance of the year, having a fine season, bounce back year. 3-2 with a 2.97 earned run average coming in. Part of that great setup core that Torey Lovullo has. Swing, ground ball, right side. Ortiz sneaks it through into right. Base hit. Sanchez can trot home from third, and the Brewers have put up 3 in the 7th. Joey Ortiz goes the opposite way with an RBI knock that makes it a 3-1 ball game. How about Joey this week? He's driven in 5 runs in the week. And those are the kind of swings that win ball games for you. 2 out RBI hits out of the guy batting 9th in your order. Charge that run, of course, to Ginkel, and here's Bryce Terang with Ortiz at first. He's running. Pitch is called strike. Throw to second base in plenty of time. And Ortiz is out. Tagged by the shortstop Perdomo on the throw from Gabriel Moreno. Tried to slide to the outfield side of second base to avoid the tag, did Joey, but he could not. And so a caught stealing, 2-6. But the Brewers score 3.
Yeah, I was worried about his left-handed wrist, but it appears Austin's okay.
Rowdy Tellez is a big man with a big personality. He's a playful guy. That's Rowdy saying, hey, man, I'm getting out of your way.
Nice catch, JD. JD. What a catch. They probably stuck with the pine top.
No kidding. Look at this guy.
I mean, it comes off the screen, and he just barehands it.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Ty Cobb's
These are Ty Cobb's.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes it special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going.
You know what they say, one great play deserves another. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Statewide.
It is up and it's gone!
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Aaron Ashby indeed takes over. The major league leader in wins will try to protect a 2-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Brewers just scored 3 and lead at 3-1. You've got 9, 1 and 2 coming up for the Diamondbacks. And the pitch by Ashby to Tommy Troy is fouled out of play. The 97-mile-an-hour sinker. Well, Drew Rom is in line on the day that he was called back up from AAA for his first Major League win. He struck out the only batter he faced. 0-1 to Troy is down and away. Defensive changes. Sal Frelick, who pinch ran for Vaughn, stays in the game in right, and that moves the home run hitter, Jake Bowers, from right field to first base. Ashby in there. The 1-1. Curveball high on Tommy Troy. And challenged by Sanchez.
The catcher is challenging the call ball.
He might win it. It's very close to the upper outside corner. We'll have to wait to see what happens when it comes up on the video board here at Chase Field. It is a strike.
The pitch is a strike. The count is 1-2. Milwaukee has 2 challenges remaining.
Gary Sanchez winning a couple on the helmet tap for his pitchers here today. Challenge is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. So 1-2 on Tommy Troy. It will use his timeout. Ketel Marte and Geraldo Perdomo to follow. Troy against Brandon Sproto for 2. The 1-2. Chopped very softly up the third baseline. If it stays fair, it's a hit. It stays fair, and it's a hit. Pounced by Ashby, but by the time he got there, midway to third base, he had no chance even to try a throw. A swinging bunt infield single for Tommy Troy. So the tying run will come to the plate for the Snakes in the man of Ketel Marte. The 7th inning stretch is sponsored by IslandResortGolf.com. Escape to the Island Resort and Casino, where championship golf, relaxing spa treatments, great dining, and casino excitement create the perfect summer getaway. First pitch, line drive into left. Churio back and makes the catch with a bunny hop. Marte put a charge into one, but Jackson was there. He was about a step or two in front of the warning track as he was able to get to it. Ball that was crunched. That's one of the hardest hit balls we've seen by any batter all season. 117 miles an hour. Whoa. That's baseball's gods evening things out for Ashby. Throw to first, and he throws it away, and it bounds towards the retaining wall. And stopping at second is Tommy Troy as the first baseman Bowers goes to retrieve it on the pickoff error by Ashby. So now runner at second with 1 out, and the batter is Geraldo Perdomo. Anyway, I was talking about the baseball gods. Tommy Troy reached on a swinging bunt that was hit 60 miles an hour off the bat. Then Ketel Marte was out on a ball hit 117. Runner at second, 3-1 Brewers, and now Ashby to Perdomo. Swing and a foul back into the screen. So Rom in line for the win.
Yeah, that swing by Marte, Josh, would be the tied for the 9th hardest hit ball in the big leagues this year.
0-1 to Perdomo. Down low, 98 with sink from Ashby.
Only 3 of those 9 or 10 were outs, and his being one of them.
Perdomo's had a good day, 2 for 3, and he takes a breaking ball that just missed outside, but challenged again by Sanchez on a curveball.
The catcher is challenging the call ball.
I think he lost this one. I think it's just outside, so he'd be 2 for 3 in his ABS challenges today. We'll wait for it to be confirmed, and yes, it is outside.
The pitch is the ball. The count is 2-1. Milwaukee has 1 challenge remaining.
Ooh. By 0.1 inches.
Less than.
So 2-1 on Geraldo Perdomo. Batting right-handed, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Changeup fooled him from Ashby, and it's 2-2. Troy at second, 1 away. Told you Aaron leads the majors in wins with a couple in that Red Series this week. He's 12-1 with a 3.10 ERA entering today his 42nd appearance. It's by far the most on the pitching staff. I mean, he's been everyday Aaron. 42 appearances. Protecting a 3-1 lead in the 7th. Ashby set at the belt, the 2-2. Perdomo takes just a little bit down and in, and it's a full count. 99 miles an hour on that sinker. You got the dangerous Corbin Carroll in the on-deck circle for the Snakes. Runner leads from second, 3-2 coming. Breaking ball lined in the left. Churio's coming in, left to play it on a hop. It's base hit to third, and being held up is Troy. Jackson maybe had a chance if he went into a dive. He just thought it wasn't worth it on that looping single by Geraldo Perdomo, his third hit of the day. And right back comes Arizona. Runners on the corners with one out for their all-star, Corbin Carroll. It's like that 3-run top of the 7th inning woke them up. And Chris Hook's going to come out and visit with Ashby. It's a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mounds before Carroll hits. Potawatomi, wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, and over 95 kiosks. It's a fan's dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. 3 for 4 today for Perdomo. So you've had an infield hit, a pickoff throwing error, and then that single by Perdomo to put him on the corners. Chris Hook is going to head back to the dugout at the behest of home plate umpire Nestor Ceja. Said, you ran out of time. Got to go home. And home is the first base dugout for Chris Hook. Here comes Corbin Carroll. Had an RBI double in the first for the only run thus far today for Arizona. He's 1 for 3. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Ashby's pitch. Down and away. 97 on the sinker, 1-0. Abner Uribe getting loose. This might be the final batter for Ashby. Got right-handed hitters in Moreno and Gurriel coming up after the left-handed hitting Corbin Carroll. (3-1) Brewers in the 1-0. Carroll fouls straight back on a challenge sinker, 99 miles an hour, and it's hit right back into the screen. 1-1 the count. It's been the story of most of the day. The Diamondbacks have had continuous base runners, but to this point, just 1 run to show for them. The 1-1 coming. Down low, 99 again on the sinker. That hit that Perdomo just got didn't drive in a run, but it was with the man at second, so they're 2 for 10 today with runners in scoring position. The 2-1 to Carroll. Down and away on a curve. 3-1. I think for the most part, pretty much the whole weekend, Brewers pitching has done a very good job. 3-1 coming. Down and away, and he walked and bases loaded. That's probably going to be it for Ashby. Yep, here comes Pat Murphy out of the dugout. Tough outing here for Aaron, who allowed 3 of the 4 men he faced to reach. And it's bases loaded with Uribe coming in to face Moreno and Gurriel Jr. 3-1 Milwaukee. Pitching change brought to you by Ironworkers Local 8. American Family Field was built by Ironworkers Local 8. Join their team for industry-leading wages and benefits.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive. Superman. Hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game. The pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue. Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
It's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
Batting third, number 5, George Brett.
I've never seen this before. Look at this. Not just the Royals with the respect, but the Rangers as well. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit. George Brett singles in his last at-bat. Wow. Way to go, George.
your favorite Werther's or Mamba product, fuel up, and get in the game to win big this Brewers season. Quick Trip and Stork Candy, proud partners of the Brewers Radio Network.
Abner Uribe coming in looking for a ground ball off the bat of the Diamondbacks catcher Gabriel Moreno. It's bases loaded, 1 out. Brewers just scored 3 runs in the top of this 7th inning to take a 3-1 lead in the series rubber match, but an infield hit, a looping single, and a walk against Aaron Ashby loaded him up. And so here is Uribe, who's been pitching exceptionally well over the last few weeks. Abner coming into appearance number 36, 4-2 with 5 saves and a 2.91 earned run average. Moreno 0 for 2 with a walk. Infield to double play depth, and Uribe throws. Misses up and in. 99-mile-an-hour sinker, ball 1. Has hit into 1 big double play in this series, has Moreno, the 10th inning on Friday. They love a ground ball. Uribe sets right at his belt. And the 1-0 pitch. Strike with a 99-mile-an-hour sinker knee high. This might be a spot where Abner just stays with that sinking fastball. You get so many ground balls with it. It's a little easier to elevate his slider. 3-men lead. The 1-1 coming. Sinker at the knees. Rounded up. That was 100 miles an hour on strike 2, 1-2. Gurriel is in the on-deck circle. And now time is used by Moreno, who was 3 for 10 with a walk in the series. Uribe has been about as good as anybody in this bullpen here, really, for well over a month. With that teal blue glove, holds the baseball. Now ready, 1-2 the count on Moreno. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball right to the shortstop. Played by Ortiz. Flips to Terang, 1. Relay to first. He beat it. And a run scores. It's 3-2. It was just a little too slow developing. And so the Diamondbacks are back within a run on an RBI fielder's choice by Gabriel Moreno, who somehow, some way stayed out of that double play that we assumed had definitely been hit into when it was off his bat. He was safe. Beat it by about a half a step over there at first base on Terang's relay.
Just not quite hit hard enough and not close enough to the bag. So a little bit more time through the air on the feed from Ortiz, and he had to come in and get it a little bit too because it was hit so softly. Just 78 miles an hour off the bat.
So it's runners on the corners. Tommy Troy scored, and Perdomo, the tying run, goes to third. Moreno safe at first as he drives in his second run of the series. There are 2 outs, and the Diamondbacks are going to pinch hit for Lourdes Gurriel Jr. here with Max Kepler. Get a lefty up there against Abner Uribe, and so the catcher Sanchez just paid Abner a quick visit to talk about the game plan. Kepler is 0 for 5 in the series. 3-2 Brewers, big spot. And Uribe set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Kepler takes a strike, 99, knee high. Kepler signed mid-season. He had been suspended for the first half of this year by Major League Baseball. PEDs. Left-handed hitter, though, with pop in the 0-1. Swing and a foul back into the screen. That was the slider that appeared to be hittable. But he was just a little bit off. And so it's 0-2. Trying to keep the lead going into the 8th inning is Uribe. That run charged to Ashby, of course. There was an error in there, but it's going to be an earned run. It was a pickoff error. Max Kepler. No balls, 2 strikes, runners on the corners. And Uribe set at the belt. He's got his sign from Sanchez. Long hold. Now the pitch. Down low. 100 miles an hour with sink. Bullpen is quiet. The Brewers are going to have Uribe try to finish this 7th inning sink or swim. 3-2 Milwaukee. The 1-2 pitch. Down low. Good stop by Sanchez. Kind of tugged on that 99-mile-an-hour sinker, and Gary backhanded it before it got to the dirt. So it's 2-2 on the pinch hitter. Been a lot of bend but not break today for the Brewers. 2-2 to Kepler. Swing and a miss. Got him with a sinker down and in. 99-mile-an-hour bowling ball there from Abner Uribe, and that'll retire the side. Good job by Abner again. And he's probably not done for today. I bet you he's still going to get the...
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain, would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Thai Cubs.
And these are Thai Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes it special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only, some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't play games. Just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
We had 4 total runs in the 7th inning. 3 of them to the Brewers. They lead 3-2. The new pitcher is Taylor Clark, former Nashville Sound. Max Kepler stays in left, and to bring us home, here's Lane.
All right, thank you very much, Josh. Bryce Terang. First pitch from Clark in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Terang 1 for 3 this afternoon. Top 2 in the order have accounted for 3 of the Brewers' 7 hits in this game. Terang and Churio, who's in the on-deck circle for Milwaukee. 1. Terang took outside of the changeup, and it's even now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Today's 8th inning is being brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council and the over 900 signatory contractor partners who are building Wisconsin's infrastructure. Clark brings home the 1-1, and that is a fly ball into left. Tracking it is Kepler, the left fielder, into foul territory to make the catch for the first out of this 8th inning. 1 away for Jackson Churio. Learn more at liunawisconsin.org. That's LIUNA Wisconsin.org, and feel the power. So here's Churio. 2 for 3 this afternoon, homered in last night's game. Clark brings home the first pitch to him, and Jackson checks on a pitch that missed inside. They will appeal to first, and Charlie Ramos says he did not offer at it. One ball and no strikes. Clark brings home the pitch, and that's up and in. Boy, some chin music there for Churio. 2 balls and no strikes to count here. Jackson, you could even hear him audibly react to that pitch up and in. Sinker at 97, and I mean it whistled by upstairs on Jackson. 3-2 Brewers lead here, top of the 8th inning. Clark brings home the pitch, and Chourio took high. It is 3-0. Clark does not seem very interested in challenging Jackson so far. You've got Yelich in the on-deck circle. And here's the 3-0 from Clark. That's right through there for a strike. It's 3-1. Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy is a refreshing Weiss beer with natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugel's flavor the moment. Three-one. Hit in the air, foul and out of play down the right field line. And the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's a good battle going here. Chourio, I told you a couple times about Turang's hitting streak that's been extended. Chourio now with a 6-game hitting streak with his 2 hits today. Brewers, as Clark brings home the 3-2 pitch, and that one is popped up. Foul territory, first base side. Pavin Smith with room reaches up and makes the catch in front of the Brewers dugout. And there's 2 away. And Yelich will come to the plate. The Brewers have a pretty good nucleus of guys right now that are swinging the bat really well. And that's what has been maybe a little bit frustrating at times in this series, that it feels like they should have some crooked numbers that they haven't had. You think about Mitchell, you think about where Frelick's been at for the last month or so. Turang has had a great series. Chourio's had a great series. Yelich checks on a pitch that missed inside, and it's 1-0. And you sprinkle in a home run from Yelich last night, a home run from Bowers today. The way they have swung the bat feels like they should have a lot more runs in this series than they've had. 1-0 is a fly ball to left. Kepler back on it right in front of the warning track, makes the catch in the corner. And the Brewers go down in order in the top of the 8th inning. To the bottom of the 8th we go. It's a 3-2 Brewers lead on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison. Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison, and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out.
A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
It's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Of the 8th inning, a 3-2 Brewers lead. Abner Uribe, who got the final 2 outs of the 7th inning. It took him 9 pitches in order to do so. Back out there for this bottom of the 8th inning. Ildemaro Vargas will lead things off for the Diamondbacks. And Abner actually, I believe, stepped off. Yeah, and so he's going to be charged with a ball as a result of that. He disengaged with nobody on base, so it's 1 ball and no strikes. And now Pat Murphy is coming out and trying to get clarification, because I think he felt like Vargas stepped out Pat Murphy, I think, is actually asking Vargas, didn't you step out of the box? And he is getting clarification from Nestor Ceja right now. Pat Murphy pointed to Chris Guccione and said, why don't you talk to him about this and figure it out? Chris Guccione, I think, is saying, no, this is what it is. So we get a look at the replay here. And they kind of showed us the replay a little too late in terms of how it all went down. Regardless, it's 1 ball and no strikes here on Vargas. The pitch is down and in. It's 2-0 on Ildemaro Vargas. Brewers have played a lot of crazy late inning games in this ballpark, Josh, over the years. Feels like the getaway day game here is always tight, late, pitch down and in. Goes to 3-0 on Vargas, and nothing ever is easy at the end of these games. It's just, it's the way these games always get played down here between the Brewers and the Diamondbacks. Brewers holding on to a 3-2 lead right now here in the bottom of the 8th. Uribe's 3-0. That's right through there for a strike, and it's 3-1. Both teams with 7 hits in this game. Uribe trying to get this game to the 9th inning. Trying to climb back into this count. 3-1. Missed down and in. He walked him. So a leadoff walk to Vargas. That's the bad news. The good news is you're facing the bottom of this Diamondbacks order. Tim Tawa comes to the plate now. He is 0 for 2. You got Pavin Smith hitting behind him. And then Tommy Troy would be due up after that. So it's 7, 8, and 9 scheduled to hit here now for Arizona. Uribe, first pitch brought home. Tawa took outside of the sinker. It's 1-0, and Abner having a tough time finding the strike zone to start up this 8th inning. He didn't throw very many pitches to get through that 7th, but he hasn't been asked to cover more, or an up down if you will, often at all over the course of this year. 1-0 pitch is bunted up the first baseline. Uribe will field, and an underhand flip to first where Bowers is covering, takes care of Tawa. It'll be a sacrifice for the Diamondbacks third baseman. On to second goes Vargas. He's there with 1 away. Good job fielding the position by Uribe. 1 away for Pavin Smith. Well, baseball and Usinger bratwurst, nothing better, unless, of course, it's a Usinger brat served with Pine River cheese spreads, like maybe the spicy beer, maybe the kickin' mango, all sorts of different flavors you could spread on that Usinger brat, and then, of course, chase with a giant bowl of Cedar Crest ice cream. Try the elephant tracks, maybe just vanilla for once. That's Wisconsin, that's summer, and that's for me. Runner at second and 1 out. Uribe brings home the pitch, and a half swing and a miss from Smith, and it's 0-1. Smith had that base hit back in the 4th inning. A couple of strikeouts on either side of that for him today. He's 1 for 3 in this game. The pitch, another check swing. This time he didn't go at that slider, and it was not a strike. It missed down and in. So the count levels at a ball and a strike here for Smith. Abner looks at second. And the pitch missed down and in with a sinker at 100 miles an hour. It is 2-1. Quiet in the Brewers bullpen. Brewers hoping that Uribe can get these next 2 outs, and they'll get McGill out there in the bottom of the 9th. Paul Sewald is getting loose along with Dre Jamison for Arizona. So Jamison getting ready for the 9th. Unless the Diamondbacks retire, take the lead, then you probably see Sewald. 2-1 pitch is low. It's 3 balls and 1 strike on Smith. Tying run is in scoring position here for Arizona after a leadoff walk and then being sacrificed to second base. Abner comes set, and the 3-1. Bouncing ball foul up the first base line. Count is full. It's 3-2. It's a big out to get. You'd like to face Troy and give yourself a chance to not have to face Marte here with a runner on. Set it up so Marte is leading off the bottom of the 9th inning. Three-two pitch. Popped up. Foul territory. Ortiz, or rather Hamilton on the run, goes into a slide and comes up short. It landed right in front of the Diamondbacks dugout. Hamilton just couldn't quite get to it. So the count remains 3-2 strikes. If he doesn't have the railing there, he's probably able to stay on his feet and make that catch, but he has to go into a slide to protect himself, and understandably so, because of how close that was to that railing. So he couldn't quite come up with it for David Hamilton. Uribe about to throw his 22nd pitch of this outing. Here's the 3-2 to Smith, and swung on and fouled straight back into the net. He had a pretty good rip. Had a slider that was middle. That was a pitch that Abner got away with there. Count stays at 3-2 strikes. Vargas with his lead from second, trying to get the attention of Uribe. 3-2. Here's a liner right into the glove of Turang. Spins and throws to second, and they double him off. Oh, where was Vargas going? That ball was smoked right at Turang. And Vargas slow to get back to the bag after that ball was hit. I think his first step was towards third with how hard that ball was hit. And the Brewers able to double him off and get out of the inning. We go to the 9th, a 3-2 Brewers lead on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American.
Whoa. Good effort down there.
That's just foul.
Whoa. It's a swing and a miss, and the bat goes flying. And he says he's all right. It says, who needs a beverage?
I need
Look at this.
Beer. He wants a beer, guys.
I hope Todd remembers the safe word. You have become a legend.
2 dislocated shoulders and a broken clavicle. Not a problem. I want to go party with that guy.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out.
A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
It's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
We go to the top of the 9th inning, and the Brewers hunting some network health insurance runs here. Sal Frelick will lead things off for the Brewers. And it'll be Dre Jameson on the mound for Arizona. As Frelick and the Brewers with a 3-2 lead. First pitch to Frelick misses outside, and it's 0-1. I should say 1-0 rather. Dre Jameson making his 8th appearance of the year, 4.76 ERA on this season. 1-0 to Turang, 1-0 to Frelick is the swing and a miss on a fastball at 94. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Trying to do too many things at once up here in the booth. Frelick, Bowers, Mitchell scheduled to hit, so 3 lefties against Jameson. The 1-1 pitch. That one is popped up. It's going to carry out to the left fielder Kepler, who is there to make the catch for the first out of this 9th inning. Trevor McGill is getting loose for the bottom of the 9th for the Brewers, hoping he has Again, a little bit of margin for error. Only thing better than scoring runs this inning is scoring a great health plan. Visit networkhealth.com today. So here's Bowers. He gave the Brewers the lead in the 7th inning with his 2-run home run off of Rodriguez. He was the last batter that Rodriguez faced. The pitch to Bowers missed inside. It's 1-0. His 16th home run of the season. Now 54 driven in on the year for Bowers. He's driven in 3 runs in this series. Jameson's 1-0 is a strike with a slider that landed at the bottom of the zone. It's 1-1. That one might have been below the zone, actually. Getting another look at it. Jake would have challenged. He would have won that one. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Bowers sprays it foul out of play. Third base side. It's 1-2. Brewers would love to get out of here and head to St. Louis with a series win in their back pocket. It would give them a 6-game lead in the division heading into that big 5-game series. With the team that is in third in the NL Central, the St. Louis Cardinals. 1-2 pitch. Bowers took down and in. 2-2. Going to be a big week ahead. After today, still 8 games left on this road trip. 2-2 to Bowers. And that one is a soft line right at the third baseman, Tawa, who makes the catch. And there's 2 down in the Brewers half of the 9th. And that'll get Garrett Mitchell to the plate. Mitchell smoked a ball to center field back in the 2nd inning. I mean, it was crushed, but it was also caught. And outside of that, it's been a relatively quiet day at the plate for Garrett. We haven't seen many quiet days at the plate from him. Of late, he's been really on it. And he takes a first pitch strike from Jameson. It's 0-1. One pitch. Swing and a miss. Swung over the top of a changeup, and it's 0-2 on Garrett Mitchell. Garrett has been about as hot as any Brewer over the course of this last week. But he's in an 0-2 hole here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Double down on the changeup. Strikes out Mitchell. And the inning is over. Well, Trevor McGill has a 1-run lead to protect. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's 3-2 Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
At the wall, leaping catch. What a play by Joey.
And Peters runs it down. What a grab by Tristan Peters.
At the wall, leaps in front of the fence, and he got another one. Colton Cowser soars into the sky.
Slides and makes the catch. Nathan Lucas with a fantastic grab.
And look at Nunez laying out to his right to rob Jaron Duran.
Racing back Straw, and he's got it. Caught on the slide, Noel V. Marte.
McKinstry dives on it. A whale of a play.
He leaps and makes an unreal catch. Are you kidding me?
Nice sliding stop, Lau, and what a play by Brandon Lau.
And he is at the plate. There is no better defensive left fielder in the game. Coming in, Jonah Cox, and he'll dive. Wow, what a play.
Caro sliding, he got it.
It's a big out. Brought it right back to him. He spins around to whip it over to Freddie Freeman.
Not much time to think about it either. Dandy play indeed.
Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club Save Opportunity. When the game is on the line, the Brewers rely on their elite bullpen. When your oral health is on the line, rely on a WDA member dentist. To find a WDA dentist near you, go to WDA.org. 3-2 Brewers. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. And for McGill, it'll be 9-1-2 to hit for Arizona. Troy, and then the top of the order in Marte and Perdomo. Carroll would be looming as the fourth batter of the inning for Arizona. Tommy Troy set to lead things off for the Diamondbacks. Had an infield single back in the 7th inning against Aaron Ashby. This has been a good game over the course of this afternoon here at Chase Field in Phoenix. Brewers headed to St. Louis at the conclusion. They hope it's a happy flight. 3 outs away from doing so. McGill, who's been in a really good spot for a long time for the Brewers. First pitch in there for a strike on a fastball at 99. Last 11 games, just 5 hits and 2 walks allowed. Has a 1.24 ERA over his last 29 outings for McGill. A 1 and a fly ball into center, hit pretty well. Back on it is Mitchell, right on the edge of the warning track. He's there to make the catch for the first out. Troy gave it a ride. Ballpark held it by plenty. And there's one away for Ketel Marte. Think about this for McGill. Remember the hiccups and bumps he had in April and that inflated ERA that he had? His ERA is trending towards 3 now. It's 3.15. That's how good he's been for such a long stretch for the Brewers. That's hard to do as a reliever. First pitch to Ketel Marte is a strike at the knees with a curveball. It's going to be challenged by Marte, though.
The batter is challenging to call a strike.
And I think he's going to win it. This one looks like it's a little bit below the zone. Challenge is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
The pitch is a ball.
It's a ball.
Arizona has 2 challenges.
So a good challenge by Marte, and instead of 0-1, it's 1-0 on the Diamondbacks DH and leadoff man here this afternoon. McGill's 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. It was not caught by Sanchez, but it was a strike. And it's 1-1. Fastball at 99. That actually was low, too. And it was not caught, and he still got the call. That time Marte did not challenge it. Trevor throws that baseball out of play, and a new one sent out to him. 1 ball and 1 strike to count here. Here's the pitch. And he missed down and in with a curveball. Marte able to check on that curveball. It's 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 9th inning, the Brewers with a 3-2 lead. The 2-1. Popped him up behind home plate and out of play. Sanchez gave it a look, but it'll make its way into the lower bowl. And the count is even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It has made all the difference in the world for the Brewers to get the back of this bullpen performing like it has been. Brewers play so many close games like this one. Here's the 2-2. And that one just missed, but it's challenged by Sanchez.
The catcher is challenging the call of ball.
And this, I think, is going to be low. So this will be the last challenge for the Brewers exhausted.
The pitch is the ball. The count is 3-2. Milwaukee has no challenges remaining.
Fastball at 100 from McGill, but it missed. Challenge brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Marte. McGill raises the leg, the pitch, and I think he swung. They appealed to third. He didn't. He was able to check, and it was ball 4 on a fastball that missed low at 100 miles an hour. So there's the tying run for the Diamondbacks aboard with 1 away here. And Geraldo Perdomo will be the batter for Arizona. Perdomo has had a really good day. He is 3 for 4 today. Hits from the left side against McGill. Spin, throw to first, and back in time is Marte. Trevor not really known to be as big of a ground ball artist as maybe an Abner Uribe, but a ground ball could get you out of this thing. First pitch to Perdomo. Missed outside. It's 1-0. Started him with a fastball away. at 99. 1 ball and no strikes to count. McGill brings home the pitch. This one is lifted in the air to left. Long run for Churio into foul territory. Runs out of room. He goes into the screen. Can't come up with it. It falls for a strike. He wasn't going to be able to make that catch. It was into the net down that left field line. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Corbin Carroll in the on deck circle. He is looming. McGill brings home the pitch. That one's popped up. This one will be in play. Left side of the infield. It is David Hamilton there to make the catch. And there's 2 outs. Big second out for McGill. And now it's going to be up to Corbin Carroll for the Diamondbacks. These two have faced each other 3 previous times. Carroll's gone 1 for 3 with a double. He's also walked a pair of times. The 2 outs he's made have been via the strikeout. 1 for 3 in this game today, an RBI double all the way back in the first inning for Carroll. First pitch to him is a swing and a miss on a fastball at 99, and it's 0-1. Sanchez had visions of throwing behind the runner Marte as he was diving back into the bag, but elected to hold on to the baseball. Here's the 0-1, and that's right through there for a strike on a fastball at 99, and the Diamondbacks are down to their last strike. Brewers fans making noise here at Chase Field. A 1-run lead for the Crew. The 0-2 pitch and a swing and a foul back and over our heads into the third deck. Josh was up and ready to try to make a play. It was not in play for him. Foul ball out of play. Stays at 0-2 on Corbin Carroll. He tried to elevate a fastball at 100 and somehow Carroll got a piece of it and fought it off. Marte is the tying run. He's at first. Carroll's at the plate. McGill's got him in an 0-2 hole. Here's the 0-2 and swung on, fouled back again, right in that same direction and out of play. And the battle stays at no balls and 2 strikes. It's been mainly fastballs elevated. That's where Carroll has a little bit of a weak spot right now. 0-2 is a high fly ball right field. Long run for Frelick. Still on the move into foul territory. Jumps and he made the catch up against the wall. And this ball game is over. Sal Frelick sacrificing his body like only Salvatore can. And the Brewers win it 3-2. Oh, Sal. Necessary dives, necessary jumps. He got airborne, went into the side wall with his ribs, put his hands on his hips, and then a big old smile from Sal Frelick as the Brewers win this series from the Diamondbacks here this weekend with a final score here today of 3-2.
You know what was so cool about that? He was right next to a whole section of Brewers fans that he was about to crash into. He had a lot of friends over there as he made that great catch to end a series win.
The reaction from Trevor McGill, priceless too. He started to celebrate, then paused his arms as he raised them halfway and said, "Did he catch it?" "Yes, he did." And then went to go get in the handshake line. The Brewers, they earned this one today. This was a hard-fought victory, and this was a hard-fought series victory for the Crew. We'll come back and tell you all about it after this on the Brewers Radio.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
leaping catch. What a play by Joey.
And Peters runs it down. What a grab by Tristan Peters.
Out the wall, leaps in front of the fence, and he got another one. Colton Cowser soars into the sky.
Slides and makes the catch. Nathan Lucas with a fantastic grab.
And look at Nunez laying out to his right to rob Jarren Duran.
Racing back Straw, and he's got it.
Caught on the slide, Noel B. Marte.
McKinstry dives on it. A whale of a play.
He leaps and makes an unreal catch. Are you kidding me?
Nice sliding stop, Lau, and what a play by Brandon Lau. And he is at the plate.
There is no better defensive left fielder in the game. Coming in, Jonah Cox, and he'll dive. Wow, what a play.
Caro sliding, he got it.
It's a big out.
Brought it right back to him. He spins around to whip it over to Freddie Freeman.
Not much time to think about it either. Dandy play indeed.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball has been brought to you by American Family Insurance. Miller Lite, it's Miller time. Construction Business Group. Usinger's famous sausage. Usinger's in baseball, it's just not summer without them. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Menards, Potawatomi Sportsbook, Prevea Health. Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now. Delta Dental, Quick Trip. Palms Tire Service, West Bend Insurance, the Silver Lining. Smart 18, Steinhoffels, Toyota. Woodman's Food Market. Carbless, a premium ready-to-drink cocktail. Island Resort and Casino. Wisconsin Dental Association. Ironworkers Local 8. Cedar Crest Ice Cream. Wisconsin Biofuels. North Shore Adult Diapers. Concordia University of Wisconsin. Wisconsin Laborers District Council. Tsunami Express Car Wash. And Wisconsin's Dairy Farmers. Well, that one was exciting, Josh. The Brewers prevail, and they take another series.
3-2 your final this afternoon over the Diamondbacks. 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error for the victorious Brewers. All 3 runs came in the 7th inning. Meanwhile, 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for Arizona. They left 10 and went just 2 for 13, hitting with runners in scoring position. He faced 1 batter today, Lane, but Drew Rom got his first major league win in a long time. You have to go back to when he was with the Cardinals. Rom is 1-0. Eduardo Rodriguez takes the tough luck loss to fall to 7-3. And Trevor McGill with his 13th save of the season in 15 opportunities. Time of the game, 2 hours, 52 minutes. In front of 24,728 here this afternoon.
And Josh, we need our Smart 18 player of the game.
Hear me out on this. I want to give it to Gary Sanchez.
Yeah.
The way that he handled the pitching today, first Brandon Sproat, who really needed some nursing and some coaxing through that very taxing 4-inning outing that Sproat had, and then the bullpen, they all seemed to do a great job as usual. But I think Gary was the constant back there today, and he had a big double and scored an insurance run that ended up being huge in the 7th.
Yeah, it really was the difference in this game, was that double that came around and scored. And remember, he tagged on that play as well, on that fly ball as well. So, yeah, Gary kind of had an all-around game today. I love it. Earn more. Build a long-term career in the trade. Smart 18, Wisconsin Sheet Metal Workers Union. Learn more at smart18.work. That's going to do it for our game broadcast here today. The On Deck Show, built by Menards, will get underway tomorrow, though, at 6:10 from St. Louis. The game will start at 6:45. Brewers and the Cardinals. It'll be Shane Drowan on the mound for the Crew. Dustin May is going to go for St. Louis. Our producer and engineer has been Kent Sommerfeld. I'm Lane Grindle, inviting you to stay tuned for Josh Maurer. He's got the Potawatomi Casino Hotel postgame show coming right up. Again, the final score, Brewers 3 and the Diamondbacks 2. Brewers win the series, folks. It'll be a happy flight to St. Louis. Have a good one, everybody. This has been a presentation of the Brewers Radio Network.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visit